getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Ungabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MooCee. My name is MooCee.
You right next to me. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila. Ewe muleji. Mami venaki. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila. She said she need me like heartbeat. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never. We just can't be kept apart. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra mile. Yeah, yeah. All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji. You right next to me. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila. Ewe muleji. Mami venaki. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila. Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. It's my baby. That thing so vibrant. Keys to your heart, baby girl. Ewe muleji. You right next to me. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila. Ewe muleji. Mami venaki. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila.
City boy with a country swing. First we went from the court to the bikes, back to the course of my younger days. Lived through it all, but still nothing changed. Forever be me till I'm in the grave. Face on my problems, don't run away. Stand on my feelings, don't need a chase. Just shoot me straight. I'm like an acrobat, a circus act, like they got me in a cage. I could go tit for tat, the gift, the gap, but can't give it to the hate. I'ma just tip my cap and dip right back to my little happy place. Back on the 9 to 5 again.
Steady just working for Saturday.
I've been going through the motions, trying to find my way. Never notice if you notice, so I smile and wave. All dry, stay focused, setting my little pace. And now all I have to say, I was the boy with the plan, that turned me into a man. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. I was the boy with the plan, that turned me into a man. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Oops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Oops, I did it again. Oh man, there he goes again. Every quarter records rolling in. Then the quarters get to rolling in. Turning change right to paper. Turning paper to the banks. I can't lie, so I can save it. So I slip some in the safe, throw the key away. Mama been worried, but she knows where I've been. I've been grinding down dirty, stay awake till I can. Swear I'm tired, been hurting, but I stick to the plan. All my life, I ain't worried, leave the earth where I stand. I've been going through the motions, trying to find my way. Never notice if you notice, so I smile and wave. All dry, stay focused, setting my little pace. And now all I have to say, I was the boy with the plan that turned me into a man. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. I was the boy with the plan that turned me into a man. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again.
Another great way of starting a beautiful morning with the Vooka Breakfast Show. A very good morning to you, whoever is watching and listening all the way from wherever you are from. My name is Moeketsi Maimane and I'm happy to be with you. It's a beautiful Thursday morning and we are hours away from saying thank God it's a Friday, and it's been a hectic and of course a very beautiful week to enjoy. We got rid of our midweek slump, we got our Monday motivation, and of course we got through some of the problems that we had when it comes to our finances, as we're still being challenged. But don't worry, we've got the solutions and the right people for you on the show to give you the right information that you need. Of course, you know that we always have a lot to unpack with you, and we all need you to connect with us on our social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show on Instagram, Facebook, and of course TikTok. Right now we are live on YouTube. The least that you can do is to tell your friend to tell their friends that the Vooka Breakfast Show, of course the best and the only one in Soweto, is live. Let's get to enjoy what we have been given. So you know that we always kickstart our day with some information and some pictures and places that you need to visit so that you can improve your bucket list of traveling. It's still January and I know that you still have plenty of time to travel to places and plan in terms of when do you want to go to those places. So you're seeing pictures behind me and you're asking yourself, where is that place and what are we highlighting on this morning? This morning we are highlighting the Kalk Bay Harbour of working fishing port and tourist attraction, and known for its colorful boats, bustling fish market and fresh seafood eateries. It offers visitors a glimpse into authentic maritime life while also serving as a hub for art galleries, quirky shops and oceanfront views. The harbor's charm lies in its mix of tradition and leisure, making it a beloved spot for both locals and travelers. If you want to know more about the ocean life and what the harbor life is looking like, this is the place that you need to visit. For more information, you can just go to Google and type in Kalk Bay Harbour. You'll get all of the information that you need, including the activities that you might do when you get to your destination. I hope that information was helpful enough for you, and that's where we're going to end with our picture of the day. And then you know that we always connect with different guests and people who come and share information, not only information but thought-provoking information that we can use to learn on our day-to-day basis. And you're asking yourself, who is going to be with us for an online interview? Sphesihle Mzulwini is the person that is going to be with us. She is a multidisciplinary artist, ancestral womb healer, and a cultural practitioner. Is a Durban-based multidisciplinary artist, healer, cultural practitioner. She works across theatre, film, dance, and community arts, and is the founder of Makhosazane, where she serves as an ancestral womb healer. Her work centers African healing practices, storytelling, and feminine embodiment, with a strong focus on womb wellness, ancestral wisdom, and youth development. Sure, this is a conversation that you do not want to miss, only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So what we're going to do right now is to take a short break, and then we'll come back with your latest news headlines and sports headlines. So don't switch the dial.
So much trouble now. Sometimes I just wanna tell you to stop, so you don't go and break my heart. I'm so confused, babe, I just don't know. So now I gotta make up my mind. Do I wanna leave it all behind?
Once again, a very good morning. Let us keep you updated with your national news headline. Starting off with our first headline, a Human Stop community petitions against bail in a triple murder case. The Human Stop community has submitted a petition opposing bail for a suspect accused of killing 3 men, Alexane Hans, Raymond Fortune, and Roshan Bramwell Guda, on the 21st of December. Families insist the suspect remain jailed, citing grief and safety concerns. The accused was arrested in the next day and charged with murder. After court proceedings, relatives visited the site of the killings. Media were barred from filming, and the bail hearing was postponed to the 22nd of January. Next headline, Meyiwa murder case to focus on defense witness statement. In the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, the state will examine a statement allegedly made by defense witness Sphesihle Zungu, who claims police assaulted him and forced him to sign without reading. Zungu is said to have hosted a Fosloras gathering where all 5 accused were spotted the night of the murder. He disputes the authenticity of signatures of the document, noting inconsistencies. Prosecutor Bongani Baloyi pressed him on the issue as proceedings resume at the High Court in Pretoria. Lastly, grief erupts after deadly Boyson's Court shooting tragedy. At Boyson's Magistrate Court, 3 armed men opened fire in the parking area, killing 2, wounding 3, including lawyer Paul Lesher. Panic erupted as families cried and eyewitnesses described the chaos. Deputy Justice Minister Andrews Neil confirmed 5 shot, 2 dead, and pledged tighter security around court precinct after vulnerabilities outside buildings were exposed. The attack targeted and accused leaving a pre-trial conference linked to a previous stabbing case. Police secured the scene and investigation continued while condolences were offered to grieving families. That's all for your news headline. Now heading over to your sports headline, starting off with the women's footballer. Lebogang Ramalepe states that WAFCON opener is a master winner. Banyana captain Lebogang Ramalepe says their WAFCON 2026 opener versus Tanzania on the 17th of March 2026 is a master winner with a World Cup qualification at stake. She stresses resilience and focus on Group B against Tanzania, Ivory Coast, and Burkina Faso. On cricket news, Keshav Maharaj Kingsmead Knowledge aces up Pretoria Capitals sleeves in SA20 playoffs. Keshav Maharaj Kingsmead expertise is Pretoria Capitals trump card in the SA20 qualifiers versus the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. The Durban-born spinner backed by coach Surav Ganguly highlights resilience after a comeback win from 7-5 against the Joburg Super Kings. Maharaj warns they must stop in former Quentin de Kock to keep a playoff hopes alive. Lastly, on your women's cricket, Jenny van Dijk happy with the final squad to compete against England. The Proteas, fresh from retaining their Africa Cup title, have finalized their squad for England Test Series starting on the 29th of January at Ellis Park. Coach Van Dijk expressed confidence in building strong combination and strategies, urging fans to fill the stadium for a vibrant home atmosphere. She highlighted debutants Tinita Van Dijk and Tulisile Maduna, praising Tinita's versatility in attack and defense. Proud of maintaining their African champion status, Van Dijk is excited to continue the team's journey on home soil against one of the world's top-ranked sides. That's all for you. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, and send us your voice note on 0604933226. Now moving along on your traffic headlines, starting off with the KZN roads. M2 between Kwamashu interchange and Umdloti interchange, ongoing roadworks with bi-directional traffic. Lanes are restricted, so please approach with caution. N3 between EB Klute interchange and the M13 at Paradise Valley, more bi-directional roadworks in place. Expect narrowed lanes and drive carefully. N3 between Shongweni and Hammersdale interchange, roadworks they still continue. Slow down through the area. And N3 at Allen Patton Road ramp, a stationary vehicle is blocking the left lane, so delays are likely. On Gauteng traffic, N1 northbound after Linwood Road, roadworks underway. Left lane is closed, expected delays. N3 northbound after Ellen's interchange, crash has closed 3 lanes. Heavy delays are expected. On N3 northbound at Modderfontein Road, the earlier stationary vehicle has been cleared. N3 southbound before the Gilulis interchange. The earlier obstruction has also been cleared. That's all for your traffic. If you happen to be on the road and you want to share your traffic update with us, you can use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on YouTube or send us your voice note on 0604933226. For now, let us take a short break and give you your latest weather update.
So we thought I would let this in. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fit so loud. No, that's right. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Oh no. So you thought I would let this slip. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. Never feel. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Thought you knew me so much better. 너의 중요하다는 words, it's for you, it's all for you. 가만히 있으면 안 되는 걸까? 왜 그런 거야? I'm okay just the way I am. I'm okay with what I do. 지금이 들어도 상관없는데 이끝이 않는 조언들 너만한 necessity. 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know I don't want to know. I don't want no more, no more. I don't want to know. Gotta get up now. Gotta get up now. I don't have to know. Gotta get up now. Get up, yeah. Everybody says 나의 꿈을 찾아. Right here, right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 너를 찾으면 안 되는 걸까? 왜 그런 거야? I'm okay just the way I am. I'm okay with what I do. 지금이 들어도 상관없는데 이끝이 않는 조언들 너만한 necessity. 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know I don't want to know. I don't.
Welcome back, Vooka Breakfast Show. Now heading over to your weather update. Johannesburg is standing at 13 degrees Celsius, and heading over to Cape Town, we are over at 20 degrees Celsius. Not forgetting Durban, and Durban is at 24 degrees Celsius. And then we're also heading over to Pretoria, standing over at 18 degrees Celsius, and Bloemfontein is also at 18 degrees Celsius. Now that's all for your weather update. Now it's time for us to hit the markets, and at the market markets when it comes to the US dollar. The US dollar is standing at 16 rand 31 cents. And then the Great British pound is standing over at 21 rand 90 cents. And then heading over to Europe, it's standing at 19 rand 15 cents. Now also heading over to the Japanese yen, over at 10 cents. Now also not forgetting the Australian it's standing at 11 rand 4 cents, and also heading over to the Chinese yuan at 2 rand 34 cents. Sorry about that. And then the gold is standing over at 43,500, and then the Brent crude is standing for 1 barrel. It's 550 rand, and then heading over to Bitcoin, it's over at 250,000. Now that's all for your markets and weather updates. I hope you guys are feeling amazing and fantastic on a beautiful sunny Thursday. Mo, how are you?
It's a great way to start this beautiful Thursday because, of course, we have been through this week. For us, it was the first week of opening day. So I'm feeling good and I'm feeling optimistic about what the rest of the year has for us, because there is so much, of course, that is still going to happen, and our job is to unpack it for you and just to try to give it to you bit by bit, and you will, of course, give yourself or try to combine the puzzle that we are always trying to give you. It is 23 minutes past 7 on this beautiful Thursday morning, the 22nd of January 2026. Reminder that we are live right now on YouTube, and the hashtag to use is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. WhatsApp line is open for calls and for voice note 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Don't forget to follow Vooka Breakfast Show on all social media platforms. And of course, to enhance the experience of listening to us, you can also find us on Underground Radio app. You need to wake up to the sound of the streets. Underground Radio is your daily dose of fresh beats, real talk, and the culture you won't hear anywhere else. Catch us live every weekdays from 7 a.m. up until 10 a.m. The perfect way to start your morning. You need to download the Underground Radio app on Android or iOS, or stream us straight from the undergrounddbn.co.za. Don't just listen to radio. Experience the underground, where radio meets television. It's a great way, of course, to start this morning. And what I wanted to do is just to read a very inspirational message and a quote, because it is very important for us to start on this high energetic note. It is Spiritual Alignment Thursday, where everything that we do, everything we talk about, not everything, but the energy that we try to create for the show up until 10 a.m. has to be spiritual. The energy that we share with you, we also want it to be positive. Right, so the first inspirational message that we have for you on this beautiful Thursday morning, it reads as follows, and I just need you to listen to it attentively so that you can use it for the rest of your Thursday day. Right, so it reads as follows. Say, leave the world better than you found it. You understand? Leave the world better than you found it. I mean, this also applies to you going somewhere. Right, being in someone's life. If you leave with a mark. At least there must be something good that person is going to remember you with. We know that when we were born, some of us, we were born in not so well conditions, in our communities, in our townships, and we had to go through restoring peace. A lot of people will understand who were born in the eras of the apartheid era, right? So they wanted to work so hard to fight the system to a point that even when they left, even when they passed on, they said we won't live things like this. Heroes and leaders like Steve Biko, Nelson Mandela, Chris Hani, those big names, they made sure that they leave the world not the way they found it. So those are the words that you need to run with for this morning. Leave the world better than you found it. And of course, we never leave you with a quote. If of course you're someone who like quotes, quotations, right? You're someone every time when you wake up, you send your friends some inspirational messages and quotes. You say, you know what, friend, I have something to tell you, because you mean so much to me. Whether it's a friend, whether it's your child, just to tell them that important message that they need to hear. So a beautiful quote that we have is from Steve Jobs, and it reads as follows. He says, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do." Right? The only way to do great work is to love what you do. When you're loving what you're doing, you're going to be great. I mean, it's something that we were speaking about yesterday, that if we had teachers who are passionate about their job, you would have excelling students, you would have excelling kids at what they are doing. So those are the beautiful words and a quote from the one and only Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple itself, right? And we promise to give you, of course, a great show this morning, because there's so much to unpack and the discussions that we're going to have. And the one that we're going to be highlighting mostly is, I think it's an update for some people who don't know what is currently going on right now. So it has been confirmed that banks are the new home affairs. And you're asking, okay, how? So can I go and get married at a bank? Can I go, apply for a marriage certificate or anything that, Home Affairs has to offer? So we would be getting more into that. I just want to know from you in terms if you have had it, and if you have not had it, please come down on the comment section and let us know that, hey, yo, Mo, it's the first time that I'm hearing that banks are the new home affairs. So please give us more and let us know what is happening. 28 minutes past 7, it is the time. When we come back, of course, we're going to be giving you everything that has to do with conversation that kickstart our morning, right? And of course, you want to know what is that conversation. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the most attractive nation around the world. Maybe you have traveled the world, you have watched TV, you have been in social media enough to notice that this is the country that has the most attractive people. Right, so all I need to do is to stay locked in, because we will be back right after this, leaving you with the great sounds of Bohota Auto Haircut. It is the great sounds of Malibu Sunset saying bagel. Of course, we are starting this morning on a very high energetic note, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. And we asked you, how are you doing this Thursday morning? And we've got something very interesting that was sent by Miss Q Rams. A picture, of course, right there with a caption that says, "Good morning, Vooka Nation. Happy Thursday to you all. I see Afri and I are manifesting lots and lots of money today with the green." Well, green is the color for this day.
Yeah, girl, we're all about money bags, honey. Yes, we're all manifesting good things this year and making sure that we also definitely do get that bag.
Yeah, looking beautiful right there. And of course, when you talk about money, right, which note is color green?
Don't start. Don't start.
Right.
Don't start. The one I'm manifesting is a different currency.
To manifesting a lot of 10
I'm manifesting a different currency, Mo.
Okay.
I'm manifesting dollars.
Which currency is that?
I'm manifesting dollars.
Oh.
No, man, I'm manifesting dollars because I know where they come this side. At least so I'm manifesting dollars this year so that, you know, me and the Vooka Breakfast Show team can just get money bags, dollars coming in left, right, and center.
Now we see you. Great, of course, to start, our day on a very high note. We see that green is the color, and green, of course, represents nature and it represents life as a whole. So thank you so much, Miss Q Ram. We see you with that beautiful smile. I hope that you're going to enjoy your Thursday morning, right? Just before the break, I introduced, of course, an interesting conversation that we are going to have right here. And I said we're going to talk about the most attractive nations around the world. Maybe you're someone who has explored and has seen other nations through social media, through television, by watching your different shows, and you're like, wow, people look beautiful out there. People look stunning out there. And they are the most attractive country, right? So this morning we are traveling the world, but not for food, not for landmarks. We want to know which country is just blessed with good-looking people across the board. If you had to give one country crown for most attractive people, who are you voting for and why? Right, that is the question that we're asking. But personally, I'm voting for Mzansi, guys. Mzansi has the most beautiful and attractive people around the world, right? Yes, I have seen. It's not like if you are not traveling, you can't notice what other people are seeing out there, right? We have the internet. The internet has given us the opportunity to see what is happening in and all around the world. People are coming in on social media, but I believe that I would put my country number one. Because beauty does not come in, or attractiveness does not only come with looks. It also comes with, humility. It also comes with the respect that we give to other nations other nations out there. Right? So that is what we are discussing. If you know any nation that has the most attractive people, talk to us. Which nation is that? So according to you,
are you referring to women?
Women?
Because across the board, sure.
Yeah.
We can be objectively truthful that there are countries where the men are good looking. But here,
women.
but here I'm asking, are you referring to, when you say Mzansi, do you mean both men and women, or is it just the women?
I think
from your perspective,
women. I don't have time to look at the attractive men. Like, I don't do that.
Okay.
So
just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah. So when it comes to women, South Africa, I believe it belongs right there at the top. I mean, from our grannies, I'm not talking about the youngings, Matuke. No, like we have, guys, good-looking grannies. You see, apartheid mokele go tshwere sharp, and I see that you have taken care of yourself, the way you eat. When we go out and eat unhealthy stuff, no, you still keep you're in shape, right? So for me, it's South Africa right at the top. Yes, there are other countries that we are going to discuss with you, and then also you have the right to interject and say no guys, there is no way that country belongs in that number. So according to you, Afriberry, which country do you think has the most attractive people?
No, I'd also agree with you and say South Africa because it varies, man. Especially looking at the world of media right now, we're seeing how different tribes have so many gorgeous men and women. Whether like beard, colored, you all got those fine honeys over there.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Botswanas, they're also good looking. And then I like the fact that despite the whole BBA debacle, we are also naturally gifted. You cannot argue that when it comes to South Africa. I mean, ask all the other African nations where they're definitely coming here not to just stay here, but they're also coming for what? The ladies.
Exactly. Right.
So for me, it's SA. SA is has the most beautiful people here in South Africa. We have different personalities, diversity, and I like that. And if we were to also talk about attractions, I'd still say South Africa. Like, there's a video that I saw. Apparently, we have like our own little corner of Greece here in South Africa, somewhere in Cape Town. So that's like a beautiful place that I'd definitely like to visit. If I can't go to Greece, then I'll definitely go to Cape Town.
Yeah, I won't lie. Other countries out there, they do have the most attractive, people in their country, respectively. But I think maybe from me, it's coming from a bias or, a wounded side in terms of, what has happened to us and how we have fought to be where we are in today, era. Right, I've seen, when you watch television, because I'm someone who watches a lot of sports, and when you watch global sports, it exposes you to a lot of different people out there. I remember when AFCON was playing in 2021, a lot of people, they were like, wow, guys, did you see Cape Verde women? Like, people were just watching Cape Verde and followed Cape Verde. It had, a lot of traction and a lot of influx because of their women coming to the tournament to watch. They were like, wow, we are absolutely stunned and amazed at how Cape Verde women were looking. Yes, it's not a thing of skin color, race and things like that, because we know for other people, yes, they would go for like looks and say, no guys, for me, I beg to differ. I feel like USA has the most beautiful women, Spain has the most beautiful women, but that's why we are talking about this. We want to hear from you because we're trying to get different perspectives from this, right? So I just want you to picture something for me, right? Let me just show you a picture. You are at an airport minding your own business, and suddenly you realize, wait a minute, everybody from this country is actually kind of fine. From the barrister to the passport control officer to the person sitting next to you on the plane, it's like the whole nation decided to represent. Now you are side-eyeing the departure board thinking, maybe I chose the wrong country to visit, right? And then, really there is like most attractive country out there, and do we just hype certain places because of movies, social media, and stereotypes? Movies, Hollywood has shown us that, wow, guys, there are beautiful women out there. It made me question that, like, do they only cast beautiful women? Or for you to qualify, to be part of a Hollywood movie, you have to look beautiful and things like that. We have seen it in different countries, like you're just being casted for your talent. What we want to see is the talent. But directors and the script writers, they're like, I think it's very important for us to give what people want, because it's something that will make people to be glued in their screen. That's why they're one of the, best people in the cinematic world. So there are so many things, stereotypes that will make you decide which country has the most attractive people. But we still want to know, right? So we know that there are different perspectives, and the ones that we're trying to draw are from you and from us, because we have also given you and shared with you that this is what we think an attractive nation looks like. So if you look at a travel blog and online polls, you'll often see the same countries popping up when people talk about good looking nations. Places like Brazil, Italy, South Africa, Spain, Colombia, Sweden, and the usual suspects, right? But psychologists will tell you that attractiveness is super subjective. It's influenced by what we see around us growing up, the media we consume, and even the kind of personalities we like. I mean, we are seeing a lot of cosmetic ads, right? And what they're trying to do is to draw a narrative of what people should believe what real beauty look like.
Cosmetology, and it's really not fair.
Yeah, it is not fair. We kind of need to explore, the subject and the conversation around attractive. What is attractive to you? Because for other people, they will tell you that no, I don't actually go for looks. I go for personality. Right, I am attracted to your personality. I'm attracted to how you process emotions, how you process things, how you reason. I mean, nowadays even women, they're like, no, I'm attracted to your financial means, I'm attracted to your money, my brother. Understand? I mean, is it wrong? We don't know. It's my own choice to choose what I am attracted to. So there is a lot of variables and of course factors that contributed to this whole thing. But some surveys even show that people tend to rate people from their own region as more attractive just because they feel more familiar and comfortable. So today is not about who is right or wrong. It's just about your personal taste and a bit of global appreciation. And from before you go even global, you need to start at home, right?
Ethiopia.
Because I feel like Africa itself as a continent, then you come to South Africa, and South Africa itself, I mean, it's a country, right? And these provinces, South Africa itself, let's say it's a continent with countries, with 9 countries, right? We are in this country called Gauteng. There's a country that is called Northwest Limpopo. I mean, we can rate there, okay, which province in South Africa has like the most good looking people. I mean, we're not trying to say anything, but for me, Limpopo is number 9, bruh. Not to try to say something, but I would put Limpopo in number 9, right? Because
no argument here.
Where are you from? Your family?
Northwest. Yeah, but I grew up here in Soweto.
I'd put Northwest at number 9.
Northwest number 9.
That's a you thing. I'm not gonna argue. That's your opinion.
KZN number 8, right? And then in terms of let's rank before we go globally, because I would like us to explore this locally. Before we go globally, let's look at our provinces and rate them according to how attractive you see the people who live in it. So how would you rate all of the 9 provinces? Which one is number 1 and which one is number 9 for you?
So I'll probably do on my extremes, like the last 2 and the first 2.
Yeah.
And then everything in between. Closer women are beautiful. So I'd really put Cape Town and Eastern Cape, where they are trading blows for number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
Because colored women are beautiful.
Yeah.
But then you also get closer colored women. So confused. You just become confused, So that's number 1 and 2 in my opinion, right? And obviously, Northern Cape and Limpopo.
Hey guys, I feel like
those are the last 2.
I feel like Northern Cape has like 80 something people living in it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
you can literally count them.
There's a lot of number of people in the Northern Cape. I mean, I've never been to the Northern Cape. I have a friend, of course, who's from Kuruman, right? She is good looking, and I think there are people who represent, where they're coming from, to say, okay, we see you, Northern Cape, we see you, right? Again, it's also about the weather. Yes, it's not to say people from Limpopo, they're black, they look dark or something, but that's the thing with the narrative that we have been given, the biasness of saying, oh, light skin looks more attractive than dark skin, right? And it doesn't even have to go, to that point. But exploring the culture of people can also lead you to like them and rank them as the most attractive people, right? So for me, I'll say KZN, man. Like, Zulu women are very beautiful. I won't lie. Zulu women. And I haven't seen a lot of, because I was born in Gauteng. You don't get, if you are born in Gauteng, sometimes you don't even get some time to travel around and see like a lot of, provinces out there in terms of their people, their culture and things like that. I haven't been to Limpopo. I haven't explored, those different cultures, the Pedi culture, Tsongas, and Venda people, right? So, like, I haven't.
Look, I agree with you, ne?
Yeah.
I agree. However, when it comes to beauty, I think Xhosa women are more beautiful, but Zulu women are more cultured, right? Because of that culture, they become more beautiful and attractive, as in grounded. I know my own Xhosa tribe, they can become rowdy, but in terms of if you just take them, okay, guys, I'm taking photos.
Yeah.
Don't do anything. Don't show mannerisms. Ningakhulumi.
Yeah.
Xhosa women are beautiful. Like, you see, they also lean towards that coloredness as well. So I still say Xhosa.
Xhosa.
Yeah.
You stand
Zulu,
Xhosa.
beautiful, cultured.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Cultured, I agree. It's okay, You'll get someone who's and stuff like that. And I'm not saying it's not true on the other end. However, I'm a beauty. I think Afriberry can become the tiebreaker here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay, for me, I'm gonna be a little biased, right? And say that for me, when it comes to beauty, I'd probably rate my tribe first.
Which is?
Ke Motswana nna. Like, khona ne Batswana ba mashaeda ba bantle bo Masibotsana
I'm a China.
ba masha.
No, I'm trying to understand.
Okay, what's that?
It's like it's a bit of a local township bling of saying that a person is beautiful. So khona ne banyana ba ileng gore ke bo Masibotsana ke tsone dipalesa tse leng gore dula di khanya ga lebetswa ke letsatsi.
Sure, but that's poetry. Like, let's talk. You see, I gave an example. There's Xhosa women that also have colored blood, and you can't tell.
Even with, okay, for example, even with us, it's like there is like your Botswanas, Motswana Street, and then there are Tswanas who are colored. That's the type that you find in Kuruman.
Sure, so I agree, but
okay.
But if we talk by a large margin, right? There's not a lot of Tswanas that are more to the colored side, as opposed to down in the Eastern Cape and Cape Town. So it's like, for example, Amanda the Point, she's Swati, right?
Yeah.
But then you'll be like, yeah, snap. But like, guys, that's just an outlier.
Yeah.
Right? So Gim, tell me why you say the Tswana women are beautiful and they rank at the top.
For me, they rank at the top because we are naturally beautiful. And listen, you asked me to answer your question. I'm answering your question. Now you're laughing. See this one.
So you're saying the other ones are not naturally beautiful?
They are naturally beautiful. Just let me finish.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying that it's because we are naturally beautiful, and then our beauty is a bit unique in its own way, because it don't matter whether you're dark or light, you still look amazing. And it also comes to the way we represent our culture. We pride ourselves in being a Tswana woman. We pride ourselves in being able to have the full embodiment of being a Tswana woman.
Yeah.
We make sure that we are heard. We are not one to be silenced. As much as we are steadfast, headstrong, almost like, which is a bit similar to Amazulu, Batswana ki di chobolo. Chobolo meaning that I can be sweet, but if you step on my foot, I will be stubborn. So we have both sides.
But you're talking traits now, because remember we're talking.
Yeah, we're not
physical.
comparing, right? Because it's appreciating. You know, it's not to say when I say Limpopo number 9, it's not to say I don't appreciate them. It's my own personal opinion, because there's someone who has explored all of the cultures and has seen all South Africa's attractiveness, whether it's guys, whether it's girls, they've seen it and they're like, okay, now for me guys, I'll go for Gauteng, right? Because I also feel like more than being interracial, yes, our country is diverse and has intercultural, you know, relationships where you would find Zulus dating Tswanas, and you know, a beautiful child comes out of that. Other cultures in Europe, it's only English people. I don't have a father who's from Norway. I don't have a father who's from, you know, there are no mixed, you know, those kind of things. So we are diverse, and the appreciativeness also comes with us. And not being stubborn to get to know other cultural people. I mean, today, like a Tswana or a Pedi can marry a Xhosa person, right? And people are like, hey guys, how? Because other people, they're still stemmed in their cultural ways of saying, no, as Zulu people, we marry Zulu people. Tswana people, we marry Tswana people. But now, this has created this attractiveness in South Africa to say, okay, our country will put it in number 1 because there's no biasness when it comes to its attractiveness as a whole.
And intercultural relationships are more than welcome as we move on.
Yeah.
It's not about the fact that Mutswana Tonzanya le Mutswana, Mzulu shatu Mzulu. Now we are literally having that unity when it comes to our country per se. It's not like back then. Yeah, Batswana bahlalele, abaZulu bayenza nan. Kona manje, we are all combined into one.
Yeah.
And it's siyazwana sonke. So for me, that's what I kind of like.
Yeah. So we're going to be dropping the first 10, you know, countries that have like the most attractive people, right? And this, of course, it's not about, you know, bodies. It's not about, you know, those kind of things that would, you know, put those stereotypes at the top. But now it's just what we have gathered, right? So in number 20, we have Portugal. Portugal with the most attractive people, you know, whether it's women, whether it's guys, they're number 20, right? I've never been to Portugal. Yes, I mean, I've seen Cristiano Ronaldo. And Rodriguez. There's this lady, Michelle Rodriguez. She's also from Portugal.
Oh, but she's from Portugal. I thought she was from Mexico.
No, there's the other one that I'm talking about. I think she's dating this other soccer player. She was dating Nani, right? So what media has fed us, it's something that we would believe and go out to people and then boast ourselves, chest up and say, no man, Spain has the most beautiful people because I was watching Money Heist. Like, oh, the women there. And other people don't understand that sometimes they're casting people from other countries. It's not to say when you're watching a Spain program, you know, it's only Spain people right there who are acting. Right, they can be actors from different countries, but for you to go internally and deep dive into the attractiveness of the country, you just need to make a lot of research, watch videos, because people are doing vlogs right now, traveling all around the world, traveling all around these nations, trying to show people, right, the side of media that does not show. Right, so in 20 we have Portugal, 19 we have Philippines.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like Portugal is just, I mean, if you were to mention Portugal and Spain, man, like by a fan, it looks similar. But you do see a distinction, a huge one when you go to the Philippines. Right? Yeah.
And then number 19 we have the Philippines. Do you know the Philippines? Have you seen people from Philippines? Yo, Philippines are one of the people, I would rank them as the best people in the world with the best skin. Like their skin is, guys.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
But also the right tan. Besides having good skin, because you know Japanese and Chinese have like smooth baby skin, like for an adult, right?
Yeah.
But the Philippines, it's smooth, but the tan as well. So it's nice, crispy, brown. Yeah.
It's that skin even when you don't bath for like 10 weeks. You still look good, man.
Yeah.
Like their skin looks very good. I mean, I was watching this other documentary. So, Philippines has one of these towns, like the poorest towns, you know, in the world, called the Manila. That's where Manny Pacquiao is from.
Yeah.
Right. So they were doing this short doc, and like the standard of living there, it's bad. Like the conditions are very, very bad. People are impoverished in that town in Manila, and the skin, they looking good, guys. Like you wouldn't say, like
this 90-day fiance or married at first sight. Usually,
they normally go to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Right. So we have the Philippines, number 19 and 18. Sweden. Haven't seen much of Swedish people.
Thank you. I was about to say that.
Seen much
I think Sweden is more of a culture. They've got a beautiful culture.
Yeah.
Plus the chocolates.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweden 18, and then in 17 Egypt. Okay. Yeah. We see you, Bo Farida, Mohammed. You know, those kind of names. Yeah, I mean, with Egypt, they are Muslims, right? So, you know, when Muslims wear those,
hijab,
hiding their faces. So, how can we tell? Okay, your culture is beautiful then, right? Yep. But the attractiveness, as we have mentioned, that it does not
it's only for your husband.
Yeah.
And the pyramids so far.
Ooh, and then number 16 we have Chile. In South America.
South American women, beautiful, man. Absolutely.
And they
beautiful.
also look like African people, most of them.
Yeah.
I think it's Brazil. Like their dark skin color, like it's similar to South Africans. Like you would swear when you go to Brazil, you know, this lady is from South Africa.
You're well traveled, man.
Yeah.
Very well traveled.
And then Cyprus.
Yeah, Cyprus, man.
Cyprus, I've seen the country by just watching soccer. They were playing in this Nation League. Of course, when there's fans, you know, the camera roams around, look at the people, just trying to see, these people, where are they from, trying to learn about them. Yeah, they do have a lot of attractive people in their country. And then number 14 is Morocco. Also as Morocco.
Very cultural. They've got... in terms of their cuisines, they've got something there. I don't remember looking at Morocco and being like, the women are beautiful.
Yeah,
they've got a very rich culture, color, the tapestry. It's beautiful.
And then number 13 is Turkey.
Oh yes. Tequila. Oh, that one I can attest to that one because, for example, on ETV they play the Turkish dramas from there, so you get a chance to literally see how Turkish women look and how the guys also look, and they are fantastic.
Turkey, interesting. I mean,
it's edible, man. Talking Turkey right here, man.
All right. And then on number 12, the second last one, we have Romania.
Yeah.
Romanian has the most attractive people.
It's similar to I don't know if it's in Romania, but they've got these places where it's underneath a volcano, so they've got these like these natural pools that are warm, so it's quite tropical. It seems like the countries where they've got like coastal lines, the people tend to look a certain way. So Romania is one of them.
Romania, right? And the last one that we have, Dominican Republic.
But I'm shocked why it's not part of the top 10.
I wonder, and you will find out who is in the top 10 later, because we do have the top 10 countries that have the most attractive people in the world for the top 10 when we come back later on. So that's something that you should stay for, because right now it's 1 minute past 8. So what we're about to do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we will give you all of the news recap that you missed when we began the show, giving you the good sounds of Kushi saying dunes. What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is MooCee Mist.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
I've been missing the way you touch me, baby.
It's exactly 5 minutes past 8 on this beautiful Thursday morning, watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. Good sounds of Deans saying, "Pull me closer." For the news recap that you missed when we started the show, here is the recap. Starting off with the first one, a Human Stop community petition against bail in triple murder case. What happened is the Human Stop community has submitted a formal petition opposing bail for a suspect accused of murdering Alexander Hans, Raymond Fortune, and Roshan Bramwell Guda on the 21st of December. Families insist the accused remain behind bars, citing ongoing grief and safety concerns. The suspect was arrested the day after the killings and charged with murder. Following a court appearance, relatives visited the crime scene in a show of solidarity and remembrance. Media were barred from filming during proceedings, underscoring the sensitivity of the case. What's next is the bail hearing postponed to the 22nd of January. Court to consider community submissions and safety concerns. And lastly, families await a ruling that could determine whether the accused remain in custody. In the second news headline recap, Meiwa made a case to focus on a defense witness statement. What happens is, in the sense of Meiwa made a trial, the state is scrutinizing a statement allegedly made by defense witness Sphesihle Zungu. Zungu claims police assaulted him and forced him to sign the statement without reading it. Zungu allegedly hosted a gathering in Vosloorus on the night of Meiwa's murder, where all 5 accused were reportedly seen. He disputes the authenticity of the statement, pointing the inconsistencies and questioning the signatures. Prosecutor Bongani Baloyi pressed him on these claims as proceedings resumed in the Pretoria High Court. What's next is a continued cross-examination on the validity of the statement will be done. A court will assess Zungu's credibility and allegation of cohesion. Lastly, the outcome could impact the weight of defense testimony. On your last news recap, grief erupts after deadly Boyson's court shooting. What happened is a shooting at Boyson's magistrate court parking area left 2 people dead and 3 wounded, including lawyer Paul Lesha, after 3 armed men opened fire. Panic and chaos erupted as families and court users fled the scene. Deputy Justice Minister Andries Neil confirmed 5 people were shot and acknowledged serious security gaps outside court buildings. The attack reportedly targeted an accused leaving a pre-trial conference related to a previous stabbing case. Police sealed off the area and launched an investigation. What's next is the ongoing police investigation to identify and arrest the attackers, review and strengthening of security measures around court precincts, and the continued support and condolences extended to affected families. That's all for the news recap. If there's anything that develops from these headlines, we will let you know. But for now, you can let us know what you think by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Let me just take a short break, and then we'll come back. We'll give you everything that has to do with history.
Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. I've been scrolling through the text messages you sent me, trying to fill the holes where you left me empty. And when I think about it, get a little emotional.
Welcome back, Vooka Nations. Right now, it's about time for your favorite history lesson. But before we just start off our history lessons, I'd like to send a big thank you to Blinker Studios for sponsoring the segment. If you're ready to start a podcast, record voiceovers, or need a top-tier videography and photography, then Blinker Studios in Dobsonville, Soweto is the place to be. From the concept to final product, they've hosted shows like the Vooka Breakfast Show, as you can see, the ASM Chronicles and Chris Network. So you know the quality is definitely guaranteed. Now feel free to send an email to studios@blinker.co.za and turn your podcast or multimedia dream into reality. Now starting off with our first history segment, we are going to start off with the 2017 Call Me By Your Name, directed by Luthuli Dlamini and starring Timothy Chalamet, premieres at the Sundance Film Festival. The Sundance Film Festival premiere of Call Me By Your Name in January 2017 marked the beginning of its meteoric rise as one of the decade's most celebrated films. Directed by Luthuli Dlamini and adapted from Andre's novel of coming-age romance, which is set in the 1980s Italy, captivated audiences with Timothy Chalamet's breakout performance as Elio and Amos as Oliver. Its lush cinematography. Today I'm jumbling up my words. Sorry about that. Tender storytelling and evocative soundtrack drew immediate acclaim, positioning the film as a festival standout and paving the way for its eventual Oscar win for Best Adapted Screenplay. Now for the second one, in 1988, defending champion Mike Tyson beats former title holder Larry Holmes by TKO in round 4 at Convention Center in Atlantic City to retain his undisputed heavyweight boxing title. Now in January 1988, Mike Tyson showcased his dominance by stopping the legendary Larry Holmes in the 4th round at Atlantic City Convention Center, retaining his undisputed heavyweight crown. Holmes, a former champion returning from retirement, was overwhelmed by Tyson's speed and power, suffering a rare knockout defeat in his storied career. The bout reinforced Tyson's aura of invincibility during the late 1980s as he continued to regain as the youngest heavyweight champion in history and one of boxing's most feared figures. Now another one is also something that happened around the 80s, and this one happened in 1984 where Apple's seminal ad for the new Macintosh computer, directed by Rodney Scott, loosely based on George Orwell's 1984, plays during the Super Bowl. In 1984 commercial aired during the Super Bowl became a landmark in advertising history. Directed by Rodney Scott, the cinematic spot depicted this phone world inspired by George Orwell's novel, with a lone heroine smashing a screen of Big Brother to announce the arrival of the Macintosh. Its bold message positioned Apple as a revolutionary force against conformity in computing, instantly capturing public imagination and setting a new standard for tech marketing while cementing the Martyrs Lodge as a cultural event. Now that's all that we have for you today in history. Now we're also going to go into obviously the celebrity birthdays and not forgetting some inventions. Now heading up with the inventions, we're also going to be talking about the seaweed packaging. Now seaweed packaging is an innovative, eco-friendly alternative to plastic that uses fast-growing biodegradable seaweed to create containers and films that naturally decompose. Coming companies like Nepler and Sway are pioneering this technology, highlighting seaweed's ability to grow without fresh water, land, or fertilizers, while capturing carbon and reducing ocean acidity. Beyond its environmental benefits, seaweed packaging can be composed like fruit pills, making it a promising solution to plastic waste and a key player in the global push toward sustainability and circular economy. So you know what? Sometimes leave the plastic alone and just go for a seaweed packaging to save the environment and obviously the ocean that we live in.
Very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. We get to learn more. I don't know about you, but we get to learn quite a lot whenever we go through things that have occurred and taken place right here in and around our country and, of course, all over the world, man. At the time right about now, 14 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock on a Thursday morning, the 22nd of January. That's crazy. I don't know about you, Mo.
Yeah,
how are we 22 days into the year, guys? Already 22, and the month is about to close off, right? And I'm looking forward to the 1st of February.
There we go. June 10. What's wrong with you?
Good morning. How are you doing? We're seeing some comments coming through right there on our YouTube comment section. The first one that came in a bit earlier on was from Mam Tembi. Hello, Mam Tembi. How are you? Mam Tembi comes through. She says, a very good morning, Vooka team, and to the Vooka Nation, and of course, to our Underground Radio TBN family on a beautiful, sunny Thursday morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sphesihle Rise and shine. Yes, ma'am, rise and shine. And then she continues to say, happy blessed Thursday. Stay safe. You guys are looking stunning. Love it. And clearly the guys didn't get the memo here because none of us have a green shade. You won't understand. Hello, Miss Q Rams. How's it going? And then our very own sister, Zinzi comes through saying, a very good morning, Vooka Nation, and to the Underground Radio DBN team, and of course, the amazing team. Sphesihle on this sunny Thursday. Happy blessed Thursday, team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hello, Zinzi. And then our very own brother, Umpanje, Mr. Cat. How's it going, my brother? Cat comes through and says, Sila, good morning. Hashtag Mavuka Amantle. I love how he always uses Setswana. That's crazy. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or hashtag Vooka Team, Vooka Gang. Enjoy the day, family. Hey, have a great one yourself, my brother. And we can't wait to hear from all of you from wherever you're tuned in from, man. Yes, when you're reading, man, come on, share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. It also continues on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and Afriberry and more, and of course Mr. P taking care of us right there on the technical side, can keep on sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. Like I said, today is the 22nd of January, and it also marks that we are 343 days.
There we go.
That I left until we say, was it December?
Yeah.
Was it 2027? Sizop Tapula, like Mam Tembi would always say. We're also remaining with 50 weeks until the end of the year. I don't know about you, but that's just crazy. Not too long from now, we're going to sneeze. And when we come back forth, we're going to see that we're left with 22 days. And we're 343 days into the year, which is crazy for me, which is absolutely crazy, right? But as we're celebrating days and the number of days and all of these things, we know that we also have celebrations that we observe on a day-to-day basis. And I think the first one that I want to talk about is the Cancer Talk Week. We know that there are a lot of South Africans, Mr. Mo, who are affected, who are either infected or affected by cancer, right? And today, or rather this week, not just today, but this week, we celebrate Cancer Talk Week, which takes place during the last full week of January, right? And is dedicated to raising awareness, encouraging open conversations, and supporting those affected by cancer, or rather infected, because it's a give and take, I think. You could have a family member who has cancer or who is affected by...
Have you ever had cancer?
How could you ask that thing?
It's a question. Cancer can be cured.
Something else. Have you ever had Adidas? You know, but no more. I've never suffered from cancer. But my father did, and his passing away was caused by cancer.
Were you a cancer on someone's life? Because
no,
I mean,
that I know of,
at some level we do become a cancer that needs to be cut
Have
off.
you been a cancer?
I have been in someone a cancer.
Toxic, but not. I've never been. I don't think so. Anyway, I've never been told to my face that I went.
You don't know.
We learned, but look, I try to work on it. I don't think I have. Mr. P, talk to me.
Crab, part of the star signs. If you are a
cancer.
A cancer, yeah. The representation. Yeah. The animal representation is a.
Wait, where is this going?
No, I get it work a cancer.
Oh.
So he's
the star sign.
The star sign. Cancer. And the star sign cancer.
Yeah.
The animal representation is a crab. Right, that's where he's pulling it from. But no more. I've never been a cancer. I don't know about you. Well, you have clearly, you know. But yeah, it aims to raise awareness, encourage open conversations, and of course, support those affected by cancer. It is organized by the Macmillan Cancer Support in the United Kingdom. The week also highlights prevention, early detection, treatment options, and of course the importance of family and community support. Through educational programs, school initiatives, and community events, it aims to dispel myths, reduce stigma, and empower people to talk about cancer while connecting them with valuable resources and charities that provide ongoing help.
Yeah.
So this week we're celebrating Cancer Talk Week, which is observed on the last full week of January. And that is an annual thing that happens. So I don't know about you, but it's quite interesting, man. I think these are conversations that we should always keep on having, man. Talk to me.
Because there's also like different types, you know, of cancer.
Yeah, of cancer, right? Definitely.
Because when someone comes and say, no, I have a grandmother who has like cancer, people think like it's the same thing, right? So those types, the ones that I have right here is appendix cancer. We also have the bladder cancer, and then we have the atypical teratoid rhabdoid tumor, which is a childhood brain cancer. And then a medulloblastoma, it's a childhood brain tumor.
Yeah.
And then a paranasal sinus and a nasal cavity cancer, it's a head and neck cancer, right? There's so many. We do also have the one that is also being, brought upon when it comes to be highlighted and to bring awareness, which is breast cancer in our country, right? So it is a common cancer type that only, I also learned that men can also have.
I was about to say that cancer. A couple of years ago I learned that there are men who are affected by breast cancer, which is just it's astounding, it's mind blowing, I think maybe it also speaks to our health as men, because we tend to think that these things affect women more than they affect us, but clearly it's proving that that's not the case, or rather that's not always the case. So I think we should be cautious of that. But along in terms of celebrating Cancer Talk Week, we're also in the celebration of Life Day.
Go lifing. Like a live broadcast.
Go lifing. You know that guy. Go lifing as we are live right now. But celebration of Life Day is observed annually on the 22nd of January. Right? It is a reminder to pause and appreciate. The gift of being alive. It was originally created to honor children and the joy they bring. It has expanded into a broader reflection on gratitude, family, and the beauty of everyday experiences, which is it's a beautiful thing for me, I think. And we take it for granted, but the day also encourages people to cherish loved ones, reflect on blessings, like Umam Tembi would always say on our comment section, have a blessed day. I love that, right? And to celebrate both the struggles and the triumphs that shape life's meaning, making it a moment to embrace positivity and appreciation for simply being alive.
It's beautiful.
It is completely.
And what I just realized and what I just liked from what you have read is originally created to honor children and the joy they bring. I love kids.
Konje una le ngwana, ona le bana. Wena Mo, you have stepped up. As a man, as a man, you have stepped up.
Kids bring joy, man, right? I think we all need to have kids.
Chief, what are you saying? Guys, what is this guy saying?
You don't want a kid.
Look,
you don't want a kid.
Sometime.
Let's make one this year. No, like it's a thing of, showing people how we practice what we preach right here. Together we are celebrating Life Day.
But we're not a man.
So if unfortunately, you don't have.
So do you want to have your own kid, like blood?
Yeah, my own kid.
No. Because when you've stepped up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I get if I'm gonna have like a kid now. I mean, 9 months from now, which month we are?
September, October.
September. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my newborn in the studio.
Okay. So now, no, in December, because we have to cross the 3 month threshold, right?
You wanna level the playing field more. You're tired of stepping up.
So
no, it's not. It's not about because it's all about learning. Because I'm coming to learn that today, January 22nd, each and every year, I'm going to make a child.
This guy.
Because we are celebrating life.
So
let's bring life.
Bringing life doesn't mean physical life into the world.
That's the reward.
No, you can bring life in different ways. You can literally bring life by singing or by dancing.
Why are you guys defensive? Or you don't like bringing life into this earth?
No, Afriberry is a parent.
Yeah, so let's celebrate bringing life.
Yeah, in a physical form, she can celebrate that. Banele can celebrate bringing life in a physical form.
I don't know.
No.
But you can't speak for her, man. What if Afri doesn't want people to know that she's a parent?
No, but we've mentioned. She always mentions
I wear that one with pride.
Nah,
no, thing is,
mom.
Thing is, when they said you were a parent, you were like.
Yeah, I did this and I started dancing. I was like, yeah, you acknowledge it. And then I did a dance because I am.
So, look, bringing life more doesn't necessarily like physically. I bring life with the energy that I have, right? I bring life in terms of being the life of the party.
Okay.
You understand? Understand? Whenever we're on the decks. So I bring life in that form.
All right.
But how about be a parent and knock yourself out and run far and wide with it. But no, not anytime soon, my brother. But yeah, man, today we're celebrating the celebration of Life Day. Today is observed, or rather that celebration is observed annually on the 22nd of January, which is I think something we take for granted, and a lot of people were reminded in a not so great way in terms of the 13-14 children in Vanderbilt Park who passed on a couple of days ago, lost their lives at a very young age. And I think it reminds us that leaving the house and coming back home is a gift on its own. Getting home, doing whatever you're doing, going to bed and waking up in the morning, that's a huge gift, I think, in my opinion. A very humble one, 2 cents worth of an opinion. So we take those kinds of things for granted. Yeah. Because so much happens, in and around our communities, in the world and things of that nature. So I think we should really take cognizance of this day and what it means in terms of celebrating the gift of life. So talk to me. What do you think we should do in terms of honoring this day and this celebration of the 22nd of January, man? January. Right? So because today we are observing celebration of Life Day. So in terms of celebrating life, we also celebrate the gift of being birthed and coming into this world. Now this is where you come in, because we're not right? And today we also try to shine light on those who are celebrating their birthdays, right? The birthday month and the birthday week. And the first one, in terms of celebrities or those individuals who are celebrated, the first one is Christopher Masterson. Christopher Masterson was born on this day in 1980 on the 22nd of January. He's turning 46 years today, and he's an actor who is acclaimed for the role that he took on as Francis on the sitcom Malcolm in the Middle. Do you know Malcolm in the Middle?
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
No.
You don't know?
Yeah.
He is, however, a married man. So for those ladies who might perhaps maybe think, hey, Le Prosta Kileo, Le Kutsumela Kileo, he's unfortunately unavailable. But something very interesting about him is that besides being an actor, he's also a professional DJ who's performed at clubs and events all over the world. Very, very, very cool stuff. And then someone else celebrating their birthday today is Motokile 2000 Kakhana. Ali Saleh was birthed on this day in the year 2000. It's 26 years this year. Hey, very nice stuff. Ali Saleh or Al Wasal forward, the Al Wasi. Is it Al Wasal or Al Wasi, the club that he plays for Mo? I know you are very big on soccer clubs and stuff like that.
This is
he's the forward for
Saudi Arabia.
The
Saudi Arabian League.
Yeah.
Al Saleh.
No, that's his name. The club Al Wasi.
Al Saleh.
Yeah.
Or the name of the club? Sorry, I'm not following.
Is Al Wasi.
Al Wasi. Yeah, it's in the
Al-Wasi.
Saudi. Yeah, it's in the Saudi Arabia, known as the Riyadh Saudi Arab.
Nice one, man. He also dazzles fans with lightning fast footwork and creativity. He's still a young man, so he's not married just as yet. But something interesting about him is that he helped the team win their 6th game of the 2021 season, scoring in the 39th minute.
Yeah.
Still keeping it in the soccer family, but bringing it to home right here in our country of South Africa. Keegan Dolly was born in 1993 on this day, right? He's turning 33 years today and is a South African middle fielder of Montpellier Star, and he represents the national team with skill and consistency. An interesting fact about him is that he won the Premier Soccer League as a young player of the season back in 2013-2014 after showing great performances and becoming a key player for the club.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff, man. Very interesting stuff. So a huge happy birthday to those people. We have it lined up, right? Yeah, there we go. But someone else, I couldn't find his picture. But my nephew celebrated his birthday yesterday, man. I think he's doing the 7th grade now.
Okay.
Yeah. 2013. Yeah, he was born in 2013. I remember I was in class when my brother sent me the message. Hey man, you're an uncle to a second boy now, which is crazy. And he always thinks that whenever I'm around him or we're together and I go visit them, he gets so excited and he thinks him and I like are friends or are the same age, man. But I love that guy to the moon and back, man. Shoki celebrated his birthday yesterday. So to Buhlokwa and everyone else who celebrated their birthdays yesterday, today, and throughout the entirety of this week, man. We, as the Vooka Breakfast Show, as the Vooka Nation, the Vooka team, and of course, as the Underground DBN family, Underground Radio DBN family, we would love to say
Happy birthday! Woohoo! Yeah! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hooray!
Hooray! Really hope that this month and the rest of the year, and of course your days were as special as you guys were. Wishing you love, laughter, and all things great. You absolutely deserve it. Coming back to our YouTube comment section, Queen the Empowerer. Hello, Queen. She comes through saying, celebrating Life Day speaks to my weekly ritual of giving thanks on Thursday. I make gratitude lists every Thursday. Good morning, Vooka Breakfast fam, and I am thankful to have you as my family. Hey, shout out. Shout out, Queen. We appreciate you and we love you, man. And I told you and I were talking not so long ago, and I told you, Khore, you're absolutely part of the Vooka family now.
Yeah, I love you.
But I do, though.
Yeah, we do love her. I love her. I love you.
Why are you so
like Mr. is like, no, I do.
No, but I do.
Mo is like, say I love you.
No, I do, though.
And then he's like, I do, though.
I do.
Say.
I do.
Say it.
Yes, wait.
Say I love you. Yeah, but I do, though.
No, I do, but I will say it. But I just want to clarify that he's saying it in a way that I wouldn't mean it.
What?
I think you can hear from the laugh, right? And Mr. P, that I'm big on.
So you don't?
No, I do love her. I love you, Queen. I love you, Queen the Empowerer. I do want to go.
Exactly,
my sister.
that's what we wanted.
It's in the not what. It's in the what you don't say, Mr. P. I'm very big on that. I am huge on that. And then Our very own sister Nelisa. Hello Nelisa. Nelisa comes through. She says, good morning, Vooka Nation. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, where radio meets TV. Ngivugile, guys. Good to see you guys. Good to have you as well, Nelisa. Good morning. Nice one, man. So do also jump on into our comment section. On a day-to-day basis, I'm going to go right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. You know that we always try to give you words that are aimed at improving both yours and our day-to-day spoken languages, our vocabularies, and ultimately our speech patterns. And today is no exception whatsoever. On a Thursday, the fourth day rather, of the Vooka Breakfast Show this year, but on the 22nd day of the year. Today, the word is sanctum. The word is sanctum. This word is a noun, all right? And how you spell this word is as follows. That's SANCTUM. That's SANCTUM. Sanctum. All right, and the definition or the meaning of the word sanctum is as follows: a private, sacred place of retreat or refuge. A private, sacred place of retreat or refuge. How you can use this word in a sentence is as follows. How you can use this word in a sentence is as follows. She returned to her sanctum, where silence and spirit met in harmony. She returned to her sanctum, where silence and spirit met in harmony. Similar words include refuge, shrine, or a haven. Similar words include refuge, shrine, or a haven. Definition one more time. A private sacred place of retreat or refuge. The word is sanctum. Talk to me, Mr. Mo.
Yeah.
Sentence usage?
Every time when I feel confused, about understanding life, because it is complex, I always try to find a deep inner place, right?
Of sanctum.
Of sanctum
Nice one.
in myself.
I like that.
Yeah, that's how I would use
the
the word.
Afriberry, do you want to give it a shot?
There are days when I feel like I'm about to explode, and going to Sabona Music Jam makes everything worth a while.
Okay, but where's the word sanctum?
I find it, my perfect sanctum would be SMJ.
Okay, I like that. That's cool. I was there on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was a jam.
Uboni extra.
Yeah, no, he was there. I met bumped into Extra. I was with Kolani from Vugandota.
Okay.
Extra was so excited to see us.
Yeah.
But yeah, SMJ is absolutely. I could attest to that. It's one of those places, man. Very, very cool stuff. So, talk to us, Ngonokohai. How would you use this word in a sentence? The word is sanctum. It's a noun, and the definition of this word is a private, sacred place of retreat or refuge. Similar words include refuge, shrine, or haven. The number to dial to give us your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between is 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. 36 minutes after the hour 8 o'clock on a Thursday morning, a Thursday spiritual alignment morning, the 22nd of January 2026. So we're talking all things beauty, right? And we're left with the last top 10.
Yeah.
Here's my 2 cents. I think, and I don't know, and these are some of the things that are jumping or that jump out, that stick out first.
Okay.
The first thing is that beauty for me, I think, is quite subjective.
It is.
Beauty is quite subjective, right? And I love how Trevor Noah has touched on this topic in one of his, specials, or in one of his, and I just had the word here. But in one of his stand-up comedy shows, he's spoken about the topic of which race is more beautiful, right? But when you're talking about which country has the most beautiful people, or which nation,
so I don't know, but I think we can find a huge distinction between the difference of beauty and attractiveness, right? Okay. Because what really attracts you can attract you in so many different ways, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was about to say, now then it also speaks to how we have sayings like beauty lies in the eye of the beholder, right? And the reason we have such sayings and phrases is because beauty is subjective, I think, to a very large extent, Mr. Mo, right? And I know you and Afriberry said South Africa has, you know, you guys share that sentiment together. South Africa has one of the most beautiful people in the world. Yes and no, I think. The first thing that comes out to me is obviously the subjectiveness of beauty. The second thing is that what measurement, what tool are we using to measure, right? What scale are we using to measure this beauty that we're referring to? And it also goes back to the conversation that we had, I think it was you and I in TC sometime last year during the year, when we spoke about beauty standards. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. What could be deemed as beautiful in South Africa could not be the same thing in somewhere in Europe. And most of those countries that you spoke of in the first top 10, or in the
20,
top 20, the second half of the top 10, most of them are in Europe and South America, right? And so, that's what it does for me. And when you say beauty, what are we? You said you don't look at men like that. Yeah. I think you don't look at men in terms of not being attracted to men. Yeah. But do you think maybe you could be in a position to say, this guy looks good? Would you be in that position?
I don't know.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Just how you just differentiated between beauty and attractiveness. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There are attractive people who are not maybe perhaps necessarily beautiful. There are beautiful people who might not necessarily be attractive. Or to you, attractive to you.
It also comes with the traits also.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So when we say beauty, do we mean, because now you and Mr. B identified quite a lot of things when you went through that first top 10 of the bottom half of the top 20. The bottom half of the top 20. Mr. B mentioned cuisine. You guys mentioned culture. You guys mentioned characteristics that form part of what a beautiful person is in that country. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think that's what it pops for me, what it brings to mind. So I don't think there could be an ultimate country that has the most beautiful people. Right? Because for one thing, Trevor Noah mentioned that Indian women have some of the most beautiful hair in the world. In the world. That's why I wrote, like most women, especially in the black society, wear weaves and Indian, Brazilian hair and whatever. You go to South America in these Latin countries, those women have some of the most beautiful bodies that you'll find in the world. Latina women, I don't care whether they are tall and dark short. And slim, or whether they are short and curvy. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Those are some of the most beautiful women in the world. You go to Europe, Trevor Noah, and I agree with this one. That's why I'm picking these ones out. You go to Europe, Caucasian women have some of the most beautiful legs in the world, guys. Guys, it's like, what? What are you talking about? And then you bring it to Africa. What? Not just South Africa. In Africa, South Africa has some of the most beautiful black women, arguably the most beautiful black women in the world. In the world, who come in different shapes, tones, skin color, sizes, weight. Do you get what I'm trying to say, Mr. Mo? So can we really say that the top 10 is the ultimate, the one that we're about to read now, it's the ultimate top 10 beautiful people, beautiful women in the world? Well, understand what are we basing it on? That's where it is for me. But I will tell you, man, Seychelles.
Seychelles, Cape Verde, those islands,
Caribbean islands.
Oh my goodness,
my dude,
beautiful
Mr. Mo, back in 2015, 11 years ago already, at the University of Pretoria, we were fortunate enough as the Harmonious Chorus to be invited by a choir that came from the Seychelles, and we spent an afternoon and an evening with them. Chief, Seychelles is on my bucket list.
No tlhatswa mahlo.
Hey, when I don't want to say, hey man, Seychelles is absolutely on my bucket list. I can't leave this world without visiting the Seychelles. There's no way. I'm sorry. And at least 1 or 2 South American countries, man.
Interesting.
And you know, when you also say
to.
that, let's also be honest and be frank and also say that the women in Ethiopia are gorgeous. Ethiopian women are beautiful with that. They all do almost the similar hairstyle, the same hairstyle, but they manage to look so beautiful. And then you go to South Sudan, they are freaking dark and lovely. If you're into dark chocolate, when I'm saying like a dark chocolate skin person, especially in a woman, then South Sudan is like the place to be. The women there are beautiful with dark chocolatey skin, and the skin radiates beauty. It just shines with so much awe. Like, you know what, Africa, man, Africa, achale chakalaga.
Yeah. So now moving on to the list that we promised you, because we dropped the first 10 for the 20 and ended on 10. So I'm going to move fast into this. If you argue, you can come through on the comment section and let us know what you think. So of course, on number 10 we have Mexico, right, with the most attractive people. Number 9 we have Spain. Number 8 we have France. Number 7 we have Colombia. Number 6 we have Greece. Number 5 is Costa Rica. Number 4 is Thailand. Number 3 is Argentina. Number 2 is Italy. And number 1, South American country, Brazil.
South Africa is not part of that 20. There's no way.
There's no African country.
Exactly. No, there is. I mean, Morocco is there.
Okay, Morocco.
Egypt,
But I'm just saying, like those countries are like literally countries that are like way up there in Africa. They're not abaya deep.
Yeah,
like
so you should have said maybe South. In the southern
hemisphere.
There's no way, Kahana. That's why I never.
It's fine.
What are we? It's not. Yay.
It's fine.
It's not, because we're
That's
going to go out into life thinking that South Africa doesn't have some of the most beautiful women in the world. Assess.
Arguably, right?
Have you seen? Not arguably. No, this is a fact. I'm standing on it, Chief. But million. I'm standing on it.
Yeah.
What? South Africa is not part of the top 20. There is no way. There is absolutely no way. Like Afriberry just mentioned, Ethiopia. What? What are you talking about? There is no way.
Women from Ethiopia.
There's no way. America is not part of that list as well. There's no way.
Unfortunately.
Have you seen the women in the south of North America? What Georgia? Born twinning, Texas.
Sweet home
you see that we can go
Alabama.
No way.
We can go on and on, but this one, of course, we can challenge the list and say no. We can, read the list and say this is my top 10 of the most attractive people. But of course, that we don't have enough time. But we are going to come back maybe other day. It can be a topic for another day, just to discuss the most attractive countries out there. But 46 minutes until we hit 9 o'clock on the dot. What we're going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we introduce the conversation. Banks are the new home affairs, and of course we are asking ourselves, can I go to a bank to apply for an asylum? Can I go to a bank to get married to the love of my life? Don't worry, we will answer those questions when we come back from this short break, leaving you with the great sounds from King Sis saying wanna be free.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising. I'm soaring above it. It all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Higher to a bird. You, I'm rising. I'm soaring above it. It all. I just wanna be free. I wanna be brave. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally. I get it. I guess I get it now. Life is taking enough from me. Think I just need security. Yeah. So crazy how anything can happen. Hedging my bets so desperately. Building sand castles on the calm seas. Looking for a guarantee.
Imagine this. It is a Monday morning in Joburg. You've taken a leave just to go to Home Affairs. You've packed snacks, a camping chair, and enough patience to power a generator. But then someone casually tells you, bro, sis, why didn't you just go to your bank? It's quicker. And suddenly the whole room goes quiet. Because in South Africa, a fast Home Affairs experience sounds like a fairy tale until now. With more banks joining the Department of Home Affairs digital system, the way you apply for a smart ID card in 2026 is changing. And for many, it's a game changer. So let us break it down for you to understand what are the costs, what is the damage. So in 2016, the Smart ID application fee remains 140. Yes, it is unchanged. Most banks don't add extra charges, but Capitec shook the table recently with their total fee of 150, adding a small logistics service charge on top of the standard DHA fee. So while the public may panic and say banks are adding tax, the truth is the bulk of cost is the official Home Affairs fee. Before I continue, did you guys know of this, or it's the first time hearing of this?
Well, I've known, I heard of it, but I was not like 100% sure until my mom sometime late last year was on my neck about me going to Capitec and getting my ID because, well, I'm a golden oldie and I still have my Grim book. And she's like, no, I had already Capitec. The ID. And I was like, and then I went to go ask, and then the branch here and the fire, they're like, no, we don't do that. And then now Chigi, they actually do. So I'm pretty shocked about that. Yeah. I remember even last year we were talking about Indabama passport, and then Mr. B mentioned the fact that you can actually get a passport at FNB. I was like, I did not even know that. According to me, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go Home Affairs and wait at that very long line to actually get my ID or my passport. So I think it's actually a very cool way, hey? It's pretty nice.
Yeah. And we know that Home Affairs issues in South Africa, they still, bother a lot of people. The South African Home Affairs Department has faced various challenges, including long wait times for services, service delivery issues, and the need for digital transformation. So some of the key issues and improvements are the long wait times. Many South Africans have reported waiting long periods for services such as ID card production and passport application. The Department of Home Affairs has been working on reducing these wait times through various initiatives. Service delivery issues. There have been reports of service delivery issues, while some South Africans expressing frustration over the lack of timely response for Department of the Home Affairs. Digital transformation. The department is also focusing on digital transformation to improve service delivery and reduce the wait times. This includes the introduction of online applications and the use of digital verification systems. When it comes to service delivery, the department has also been working on improving the delivery of services such as the introduction of doorstep delivery passports for South African citizens living abroad. These efforts aim to enhance the overall service delivery and reduce the burden on South Africans, especially those living abroad. So have you ever had any problems when you go to the Home Affairs? Because some people are like, guys, the problems that you guys are facing, I've never had them. When I go to Home Affairs, they give me the service as quickly as I can.
Problems in what sense?
Maybe going to fetch your ID, you stood there for like 7 hours. They told you to come back the next day. The next day you also stood for 7 hours.
Maybe not like 7 hours, but maybe an hour and some change maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember when my current ID, the card, back in 2019, my house got broken into. So my passport, my green ID book, and some other documents of mine got stolen. So I had to go do an affidavit. Just that whole process of bank cards and things of that nature. So this one time I really desperately needed my ID. So there was like a queue, and already it was business hours, and the Department of Home Affairs had not yet opened. And I couldn't wait. I left. I came back, I think a day or two later. And then I got my ID. But in terms of the lines and the service that you get from, I would even stretch it far and say government officials, man. And these government officers, the service is not always so great. But problems, not really. Not really. For the most part, I go, I do my thing. Because now I think I leave the house having channeled myself. Knowing very well, first thing is service never in Nemnati. The second thing is the queue is just going to be ridiculous. So I go there having packed amples of patience and waiting and food. Sometimes the snacking, some fruits, whatever, or I'll buy something more because there's always like a cozy sitting somewhere out there, selling snacks and fruits and things of that nature. So not really.
So we know that the Department of Home Affairs in our country has been involved in several scandals, right? And the minister, Dr. Leon Scriber, came and did a media statement that they are going to fight, those issues and scandals that, of course, have been brought to the media. And one of them, of course, is the immigration one, right? There are illegal immigrants who come into the country and they get a way of acquiring a South African ID while living in SA. I mean, spending few months. We know that for you to acquire a citizenship, there's things that you need to do. There's things you need to apply for. I mean, maybe years, because I think in SA you need to spend like more than 5 years, contribute to the country's economy, then you would qualify to be a South African citizen, right? So those scandals, of course, they led to the dismissal of numerous officials, and some key points of the recent investigation in the Department of Home Affairs include fraud and corruption. The department has been actively combating fraud and corruption with a significant number of officials dismissed for various offenses. And then the other one is the passport syndicate. A recent crackdown on passport syndicate in Durban led to the arrest of 2 officials and 3 members of the public. Second last one is the Anti-Corruption Forum. The launch of the Border Management and Immigration Anti-Corruption Forum has strengthened cooperation between Home Affairs and other agencies in eradicating unlawful activities. I don't know about you, but during December time, I spent a lot of time on social media, and there was a time where I think one of the, news media outlet posted a video from the border management camera detection machines that they have installed. Like those cams were watching Zimbabwean citizens, Zimbabwe crossing, and like there was a time where they caught, I think there was 18 kids.
Oh yes, I saw that one, and they were unsupervised.
Unsupervised, with a few adults who were going with them. So each and every day, the border in South Africa is, facing threats of people coming in unlawfully, right? And now they're like, guys, like, what is the department doing to fight this? Yes, you would have a cam, but people, they just keep on passing.
I saw something on social media.
Yeah.
I think maybe a week or two ago, or just when the year started.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a wall that has been built or is in construction, has been in construction for a while now.
Yeah.
And is aimed at curbing things of that nature.
Yeah.
I'll look into it properly because I just saw it on social media, read up about it in that post and then passed. I never really took time to, go research and find out. But we will absolutely do that. I will absolutely do that.
Yeah.
And talk about it sometime in the future, in the very near future. But yeah, I think they are somewhat trying to take steps and measures in terms of curbing things of that nature. People crossing the border all really nearly back and forth. The way but yeah, man, I don't know. That for me also brings up the conversation of, firstly, like this thing that Egypt and South Africa has agreed on in terms of not needing visas for both countries to visit either country, whether it's an Egyptian coming to South Africa or as a South African visiting Egypt. Some of the things that have been raised in the African diaspora is that why are we subjected, or why are we functioning under this type of rule, I guess, for lack of a better word, of having visas and having so much control over what people do and how people visit other countries. This is just in Africa, because at the COVID, that's not really necessarily who we are, and that's not what Ubuntu means if we're going to bring it back to our own backyard of South Africa, But yeah, man, it just raises quite a lot of contributing factors and variables. But you're perhaps maybe wondering, what this partnership is about in terms of the Department of Home Affairs right here in South Africa and some major banks, right? The partnership between the two is part of a massive modernization strategy aimed at solving the long queue crisis and phasing out to the old green ID books, Afriberry. While a pilot program has existed for about a decade, the new Home Affairs initiative launched by Minister Leon Schreiber, like Mo said, in late 2025 has significantly accelerated the rollout. Some reasons include ending the queue culture. Mo. Another one is trying to have a massive geographic reach, right? Another one, like you just mentioned, is the fraud reduction in terms of trying to reduce the amount of fraud that takes place in our country. And then the last one that I have is digital integration, right? Which is the new model that allows for a blended approach where you can start your application on a banking app or the e-Home Affairs portal and only visit the bank biometrics for fingerprints and photos, right? In the future, the goal is to have documents delivered directly to your doorstep via courier. Yes, sir.
And then yours, Neliswa, comes through right there on YouTube saying, good to see you guys. Good to hear from you. And then she also comes, says, out of topic, I have a valid passport, but changed the surname and got my new ID. Do I still use my passport with my maiden surname or need to get a new one? So, what South African rules say a South African passport remains valid until its expiry date, even if you change your surname later, right?
Yeah.
You may legally travel with a passport in your maiden surname, provided your flight booking is also in your maiden surname. Home Affairs allows women to assume a married surname or revert to a maiden surname without a formal surname change application. You simply provide your marriage and divorce documents when applying for a new passport. So, when you must get a new passport, for people, of course, who want a new passport, if you need a new passport, if you want your passport to match your new ID name, you want to avoid confusion at borders or with airlines, you plan to travel to countries with strict identity matching rules, right? So practical advice is your ticket must match the name in your passport exactly. Should you update now? It's the question that a lot of people ask. If you travel often or want all documents aligned, updated. If you have an upcoming trip booked under your maiden surname, keep using your current passport for that trip. And then she also asked that, is it all the banks that can assist?
So I have that, Mr. Mo.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do know, FNB does roll out passports. So I found this out in October. Remember around the time that Kapi was here, Kapi Kanto?
Yeah.
That's when I actually found out about this new rollout that the Department of Home Affairs and major banks is embarking on recently. So this, I think, was late September into October. That's when this initiative started. So in terms of FNB and Standard Bank, their current status is that major partners with several active branches and plans for hundreds more, right? There's Capitec, who has recently joined, currently rolling out up to 100 plus branches in and around the country, right?
Yeah.
ABSA also has several Home Affairs embedded branches across major metros. And then Discovery Bank has a digital partner, as a digital partner rather. They facilitate the process through their Sandton head office and digital platforms. And then Time Bank and African Bank, they are committed to expanding access now in 2026 because they are just starting and getting into this initiative. How the process works, maybe perhaps you're wondering, is that it is designed to be a paperless and handled primarily online. The online application that you would need to embark on is that you visit the eHome Affairs online portal or the website to capture your details firstly. And then payment also takes place through your bank's online portal or the app. Mr. B, I know you are big on this one, using the app. Booking also takes place in terms of once you have paid, you schedule an appointment at a Home Affairs embedded bank branch. So now we've just found out not all branches in the country offer this service just as yet. I think maybe in about 6 to 7, 8, 9 months, maybe in September, we could be getting to a point, or we would have gotten to a point where we say that most, if not all, the branches of all the banks that are part of this initiative now offer that service, right? And then in terms of the biometrics, you visit the bank to have your fingerprints scanned and also have your photo taken. So the one thing that I do know, once you have applied for a passport, like with me, my current ID photo on my smart card is the photo that I had taken. Even with my license, it's the same. It's the same photo. It's the photo that you would have taken for your passport.
Okay. So
when you visit your thingy, right? But in terms of this picture, right? This is the picture that got taken back in 2014 when I applied firstly for my passport. So this picture is used across the board. So whenever you apply for a new ID like you did for your smart card,
I didn't. I haven't.
Well, but then once you've taken one photo more, that photo remains. And so when you have your fingerprint scanned and on either finger, that's the first picture that pops up and all your information pops up. So that's a cool thing, you know. So but in terms of biometrics, and then for collection purposes, you receive firstly an SMS when your ID or passport is ready for collection at the same Bank branch. So yeah, man, those are some of the things that you can be on the lookout for.
Yeah, and of course, that information backed by fresh reporting. So recent Home Affairs updates have confirmed a massive expansion of bank-based services under the integrated digital system that we have touched on, with even banking apps expected to support ID processes soon. So here are the banks, just to name all of the banks that have been confirmed for 2026 for the Smart ID. You also mentioned ABSA.
Yes.
There's ABSA, there's African Bank, there's Capitec, FNB, Discovery Bank, Investec, Nedbank, Standard Bank, Time Bank. Most branches will be part of the rollout, right? So some banks require you to be a customer, others don't.
Yes,
So
like
appointments remain essential for this, as you have mentioned and went through how the application process works. We hope that is going to be helpful for people out there. I mean, we've been having crisis that there are people who today don't have their IDs since they are lost, don't even know where to start. So you need to go and go for some inquiry in banks, ask the information, and then you will be given the information. But some of the perspectives that include this, people will debate in terms of maybe this could have been done a long time ago, for them to only realize now. It says a lot about the department. It says a lot about incompetence in the government space, right?
Oh, well, in the department, I think mostly, but also,
right?
To a certain degree, on some level, the government in its entirety. You're right, Mo. Yeah.
So we do have 3 perspectives right here that we're going to be going through and looking at, right? The first perspective is finally government is catching up. People are excited about the digital shift. They believe the system will eliminate long queues, corruption, and wasted time. Perspective number 2 is, but what about the rural South Africa? Some argue it might widen the gap. Not everyone has access to big banks or fast internet to book online slots.
You see, now this takes us back to the conversation we had with Steer the Catalyst.
Yeah.
In that, those of us who are living and functioning under the middle class tend to be not so wary and cognizant of those kinds of factors. Where we think streaming or the digital world, Mr. B. Oh, there we go. Where we tend to think that things like having Wi-Fi, having access to data, having access to streaming platforms, to smart TVs, to the Vooka Breakfast Show, to YouTube, we tend to think that it's a normal thing for every South African, which unfortunately is not the truth.
Yeah.
Right? And this is where now radio plays such a huge role, where there are millions. I would argue that there are millions, and I stand to be corrected completely. This is not confirmed factual information, but I would argue and say there are millions of South Africa. I mean, if we are a plus minus 59 to 60 million people in the country, I would argue that there are millions of South Africans who are on the outskirts, who are in rural areas, who do not have access to internet.
Yeah.
And when we say internet, it's all those factors that I just mentioned: smart radio, smart TVs, Wi-Fi, all those kinds of things, streaming platforms, and their source of information is radio. Is what we do right here, though we've stepped it up a bit in terms of having, where radio meets TV, right? But radio still plays such a huge role, Mo, in terms of informing and giving people knowledge and information in terms of what's happening in and around our country.
Yeah.
Radio tsa khale, tse di windy. I don't know if you experienced that. There were old radios khale, that had batteries, and it would lose signal. It would have to stay in a certain place, in the house. So yes, this is going to take some time for it to be integrated in the entirety of the country. This for us in the middle class, we're already living in the space. I mean, we have smart IDs, we have the license. I booked it online when I renewed my license and things of that nature. And it's like whatever. In 10 minutes you're done. You've booked. In a couple of days or in like a week, you're going for your appointment. in less than a month or in a month's time, you've received your SMS and stuff like that. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But it's going to take quite some time for it to be implemented and to be received and be applied, I guess, and made use of for most South Africans or for all South Africans in the country.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to take some time, and we have to, I think the department firstly and the government in its entirety have to be cognizant and wary of the fact that not everyone lives in the middle class and not everyone has access to these things. For example, the question that Nelly Swa asked, right, which banks offer what service or roll out which thing? So all the banks that have jumped on this initiative roll out or have the capabilities of rolling out both smart IDs and passports, right? And those banks, we will recap on them again. Standard Bank, FNB, Nedbank, Absa, Capitec, Discovery Bank, and Investec. But like mentioned earlier, Time Bank and African Bank are going to jump on sometime this year. So all those banks have integrated the online rollout of smart IDs and passports, but with limited branches. So for example, I know for FNB, you have to be a client of FNB to make use of that service. So yeah, man.
Yeah, very interesting, because the final perspective says banks already have too much power in their hands, right?
Okay.
And when it comes to that, people will raise new concerns to say, if now banks have too much power, if banks become central for ID processing, what does it mean for privacy and for data control? Because the core issue, it's not just about convenience, it's about who controls the most sensitive data in your life. People go into banks, right? They submit and they put in their data right there. So whether citizens retain any meaningful say in how that data is used. If you want, of course, man, we can be looking into how other countries, because we need to compare in terms of how other countries keep people's data safe. But when it comes to the privacy implication, banks would gain access to far more personal data than before when we go into the central ID processing, right? Banks already hold financial histories, your spending patterns, your account details, aiding biometric data, home affairs, records, and identity verification logs that create a super profile of a person. So that concentration of data increases the stake of, if anything is breached. It also raises questions about how much a private institution should know about a citizen.
Yeah.
You have submitted every document that speaks about you, the things that your assets, the businesses that you own, because of course when it comes to compliance, some of the documents that you need when you open a business account, the documents that you need to submit.
I see what you mean.
You understand?
Yeah.
So there are blurred boundaries between government.
Do you think maybe, do you not think that these major entities have access to our information?
They do.
So like, well,
come on, guys. With technology, I mean, we just had to see it and learn the hard way, because scammers will teach you that no, your information is private. Yeah, it's out there.
It's out there.
Right? And then when you think, no, guys, it's private, because just because they tell you that no, don't worry, your information is safe with us.
I mean, have you not received? I know you and I bank with Capitec, right?
Yeah.
Have you not received messages from Standard Bank and Absa and Nedbank randomly?
Always.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Always.
Where do they get your number from?
Exactly.
And stuff of the FNP, I think maybe perhaps they might have my information.
Yeah.
If we say it's private, FNP might have my information because I make use of e-wallet services quite on the regular, right? And I think maybe that would be the reason. But guys, I think let's maybe not be that naive and think that our information is not out there, because I mean on Steven's podcast, he's had people who are in the Secret Service and the NSA, and people who've confirmed, guys, every country is spying on or most
people.
countries.
Yeah, they're spying on
they
people.
They spy on their
because
citizens.
they're able to track, our behavior, consumer. Like, how do you get information about consumerism?
The things that you look up.
Yeah, the pattern, your spending patterns to say, okay, just because now you are along this line, this is what you are earning. This is what you can offer.
Facebook,
recommendation.
Where are you getting this? Is my phone listening to me? Facebook is spying on us. But here are some expectations and things to note, Mr. Mo. Maybe you might not have that on your side. So, as a first-time applicant, if you are applying for your ID, perhaps maybe for the first time as a 16-year-old, right? That's when I applied for my first ID, I remember. You usually still have to go to a standard Home Affairs office or branch, right? But banks primarily handle renewals and the replacement of green ID books with smart cards, right?
Yeah. I like the fact that you always just come back to me when it comes to the whole smart card option.
You still make use of the green ID book. Look, if it hadn't been stolen for me, I would still also be using my green ID book. It was in such good condition. I was taking care of it, man. I loved my green ID book. But it also helps that to have the smart card. It's in the wallet. It's in your bag. It's easy to keep on you. Yeah. And then we have things like the app versus the branch. So while you can pay and start the application on your bank's app, especially with FNB and Standard Bank, like I mentioned, you must still visit to the physical branch for biometrics, fingerprints, and your photo, right? And maybe I think in terms of the photo, they might require a recent photo. So they would want to take a photo of you today, how you look like today. Because I know with this picture, it's 12 years now. It's a picture from 12 years ago, 2014.
Oh, the one from the ID.
Yeah, from my ID. It's a picture from 12 years ago. But I get a vampire, guys. I don't change, so I still look the same.
Thank you, Ferrell.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you still have to visit the physical branch for biometrics because the bank needs to verify that it is really you.
Yeah.
So go bank for anything. If you want to get a new card, you want to change something with your bank account and stuff, they require a fingerprint, and then you punch in your code, your PIN code for your account. I want to verify. And then there's also client status. Some banks like Standard Bank and FNB have recently opened their Home Affairs services to non-clients. Oh, that's a new one. Though it is often easier and faster if you have an account with them for payment integration. Very, very cool stuff, man.
Yeah,
sure.
It is very interesting. Still on this topic, of course, and having a broad discussion about the smart ID revolution. Are banks becoming the new Home Affairs? Maybe you'd never know. You might be granted access to a bank in terms of having your passport because it's a bank. At some point it's transactions. Banks deal with transactions. So let me give you the money and then you go and collect my visa for me. I will come back and collect it, or you would make arrangements for you to come and collect your. But these perspectives, of course, they are very interesting, but there's always concerns, when you speak about this, when you speak about evolution, when you speak about change, right, that is taking place in our community, whether it's digitally, whether, it is something else. But what does it mean for everyday South Africans? Is it making life easier for them just to get, by in terms of protecting their own private information or creating a new digital divide? Right, but those are some of the interesting things that we're going to see when these systems are being implemented. New technological advances happen in our countries because somehow, there is a little bit of being behind from other countries when it comes to technology, technology and all of those things. But we also want to hear from you. Just comment down below on YouTube using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show.
Lastly, some of the things that you also have to be wary of and cognizant of is that the smart ID replaces the old green ID book, right? The barcoded book. And then passports. For passports, the standard 32-page passport, or maybe even the 48-page if you are a frequent traveler, right? That is also offered in this rollout. And then you cannot apply. And this is an important one, I think, for everyone. You cannot apply for a temporary ID or an emergency passport at a bank, those are still only and exclusively available at the Department of Home Affairs, any branch that is closest to you. So I think those are some of the things that we should be cognizant and wary about. But there are a few comments that came through on YouTube. The first one is from Uneliso. She comes back and she says, I went to Tawung in December and I'm sorry, but I laughed when the radio sent signal sounds that a cell phone is about to ring. And yes, the cell phone rang.
I wonder what kind of stuff, because I know that
the radio would do that with the old radio signals, right? So do you see what I mean, though? I mean, imagine people are still listening to, and you would think they're very well integrated, like we are right here, in the concrete jungle.
They're
not on the same level.
Yep.
Are they integrated? Sure. Are they knowledgeable? Sure. But are they on the same level? Not all of them, I would argue and say. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And this is not only in Taung, this is all the outskirts of South Africa, man. And then Zinzi comes through and she says, banks and creditors have clauses or have a clause where they ask marketing consent and sharing of information. They will always share the contact information only if you give consent. So people should be mindful of that.
And then adding on that, why those marketing consent clause matter is because bank retailers, mobile networks, credit providers, almost all of them include a section in their contracts asking for permission to use your information for marketing, share your contact details with partners or affiliates, or send promotional SMSs, emails, or calls. Hence you ask, how did they get my number, right? So it is found in their clause because they say they ask permission to share your contact details with their partners that they affiliate with. It is very interesting. Thank you so much for raising that. If you still have any thoughts that you want to share with us, please come by on the comment section using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. 24 minutes past 9, it is the time. And what we're going to do right now is to take a short break because a very interesting conversation that is going to take place exactly at 9:30 is we're going to be with Mzulwini, a multidisciplinary artist, ancestral womb healer, and a cultural practitioner. She is a Durban-based multidisciplinary, and she works across theater, film, dance, and community arts, and is the founder of Makhosazane, where she serves as a central womb healer. Her work centers African healing practices, storytelling, and feminine embodiment, with a strong focus on womb wellness, ancestral wisdom, and youth development. That is a conversation that you do not want to miss when we come back exactly at 9:30. But what we're going to be covering after this short break are the trends that are happening. Social media, concerns of Luthuli Dlamini roadside video. Something that you do not want to miss. So let us take that short break, leaving you with the sounds of Osuku saying empower.
Show
Welcome back at it again. Welcome back. And right now we're talking about the very concerning story about Luthuli Dlamini. Now, Luthuli Dlamini sparks fresh concern online as a new video of the veteran actor walking along the roadside with groceries has gone viral, sparking mixed reactions. Now, fans have expressed concern about his well-being after seeing the modest, run-down surroundings in the clip. The moment has also reignited a long-standing debate about the financial security of South African actors. And then we're also not forgetting that the video was actually filmed by a passing car on the 21st of January 2026, which was yesterday. And Dlamini appears calm, joking with the people filling him using his trademark British accent. Some viewers fear he may be struggling, while others say he looks perfectly fine and unbothered. Now, the setting of the video has contributed to public concern and more about his more than his behavior did. Now, we just hope with the black story about this whole controversy is that in December 2024, rumors were spread claiming that Dlamini was homeless. He publicly dismissed and rejected those claims, calling them false and damaging. We do hope that Luthuli Dlamini is actually doing okay and that there is actually nothing wrong with him. So to Mr. Luthuli Dlamini, please let us know that you're okay, man. And that's the video over there with him walking over on the roadside.
Yeah, there's a serious concern with our South African actors on how they end up, living their lives. And it's really, posing a lot of questions if the industry is really taking care of, these artists. We have seen some of them coming on our social medias with their banking cards, asking for handouts, asking for, little nyana that you have because I have been in your screens for quite some time. But yeah, it's something that, it is really concerning. So we know that there is a suggested way forward, and we hope that, his fellow friends in the industry will reach out, man. These people have given us one of the best, entertainment in the industry.
And not just actors, Mo.
Yeah.
Entertainers in our country.
Yeah.
Entertainers across the board in the world. See, this topic for me, it touches home.
Yeah.
It really touches home for me, and it gets me worked up a bit. Firstly, because of how the society just looks down on the arts, G. And I try to not be biased when it comes to this conversation. I really do try, but I can't help it because I am part of the space. I am working actively in the space as a performing artist, as an MC, as someone who is an on-air personality, as a radio presenter. I'm working in the space, and it's sad. It's sad, I'm sorry, and I'm going to keep reiterating it whenever we talk about such things. Yeah. It's sad how the world, society, not just in South Africa, all over the world, people take what we do as artists for granted.
Yeah.
For granted. There's a post, I'll share it. I'll find it and I'll share it and we'll read it one day.
Yeah.
Let's take away all forms of art. All forms of art. Theaters, music, radio, TV, books, newspaper articles, vlogging, all those kinds of art forms.
Even
Let's take
us.
them away.
Yeah.
It forms part of the online space. Let's take it away. Let's take it away and see where people are left.
Yeah.
And I can even stretch it even further more and try to teach people, guys, what we do as artists is not just on the surface as we think, guys. And I think some of the conversations, Mr. B, that lady has with Sage, with ChatGPT, has proven, guys, art is a very spiritual space. Art is a very spiritual thing. It's very, very spiritual. The fact that we're producing sound and we're talking here causes vibrations. And we sing. When we sing, when I say, Vooka Molen, it triggers something in all of us, differently so.
Yeah.
It's a very spiritual thing. So I get worked up and I get personal about it, and I can't help but be biased. And as much as I try to execute objectivity on the highest level, or the highest level that I can reach, at least, I fail because it's sad, man. And like to have such an amazing actor like Luthuli to be taken for granted like this, like what are we doing? Bomme Mang Mang. Kana, who's that lady who passed on, I think last year or 2 years ago? That lady who was on the wheelchair, man.
It was last year.
What's happening, man? So that we'll have the conversation from not so long ago. But something that I want to shake you with or give you is that let's wake up to the sound of the streets. Underground radio is your daily dose of fresher beats, real talk, and of course the culture you won't hear anywhere else. So catch us live every weekday morning from 7 to 10 right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. The perfect way to start your morning. You can also download the Underground Radio app either on iOS or on Android, or stream it live or stream us live every weekday morning on the Underground Radio URL using undergroundradio.dbn.co.za, where you don't just listen to radio, you experience the underground. You experience the underground where radio meets TV, man.
Yeah.
Only exclusively the Vooka Breakfast Show. Yes, sir.
Yeah, since the school opened, we've been seeing and reading articles about what is happening on the road, and the tragic news keep on reappearing. We, recently lost 14 kids at the Vandervale Park incident, but now something that you have missed. What happened is a scholar transport horror. A driver fled after minibus packed with 22 learners was intercepted. So police in Limpopo intercepted a 7-seater minibus dangerously overloaded with 22 school learners, after which the driver fled the scene, abandoning the children. The incident highlights ongoing safety violation in the scholar transport sector, where illegal operators continue to put learners' lives at risk. Authorities are urging parents to verify transport compliance, while calls grow for stricter enforcement and improved community reporting to prevent the future tragedies. Limpopo Transport authorities have condemned a reckless driving incident in which a driver allegedly overloaded a 7-seater minibus.
Imagine.
With 22 school learners in Polokwane, placing their lives in danger. The incident occurred in Ladana area, where traffic enforcement officers discovered the severely overloaded vehicle. According to the Limpopo Department of Transport and Community Safety, the driver abandoned the minibus and fled the scene upon noticing the law enforcement officials. It's said immediately ababona kibale asiya koloi tsamaya. Why would you do that?
2,000 a
22 kids.
15 more. Guys, what are we doing? Like this is where I also condemn the fact the thing of using personal cars as transport as scholar transports. Guys, what are we doing? Mr. P, I think this is a petition we should start maybe as the Vooka Breakfast Show. All transports, all forms of scholar transports should be identified by one color and have the thing, how's my driving, on the back, and have a sticker on the side for scholar transport, so that taxi drivers as well and bus drivers know exactly what this is a scholar transport. Quickly, in a few seconds, in the last 10 seconds before we jump on with Usposage, the video footage, the truck video footage, dashcam footage has come out.
Yeah, it's public now. Like we saw the carelessness and the recklessness.
Truck driver
No, but the truck driver was trying to run away and sacrifice. Did you see the taxi?
Sharp. Taxi driver vele.
No, like did you see the CI in space to say, hey, mfethu, to come in. Don't go there.
Taxi driver, truck driver. How sorry to say now, but it's sad, man, and I think regulations need and stricter rules need to be enforced when it comes to scholar transport. But in a second, we're going to be hanging out with none other than Sphesihle.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. And she can hear us. She can hear us. I love it.
But lovely with closing this whole thing, the department has urged parents, drivers, and transport operators to take responsibility for safety of the children and other passengers, warning that reckless behavior on the roads will not be tolerated. So it's something that needs to be raised over and over again, so that they can understand.
Absolutely. Jumping on into the conversation with multidisciplinary artist, ancestral womb healer, and cultural practitioner Sphesihle Mzulwini, who is based in Durban, right? She works across the theater space, the film and dance communities, and of course the space of art in its entirety. And I can't wait to jump into this one because it gets me excited whenever we're in conversation with people who are part of the space and are executioners of the craft. Sphesihle, how's it going?
Siyaphila, sanibonani nganibingelela nonke.
Hey, lovely stuff, man. Thank you for taking your time, man. Ukuzohlala nathi and engage and learn and share information. I love it. I can't wait to jump into it. So, without further ado, let's talk about who Usposetu is. How do you get to a point where, as a young lady, you hold the title of multidisciplinary artist? Talk to me.
It definitely started in theatre. Theatre inomkhuba wokuvulela iminyango eminingi. So for me, after matric, I decided I want to act.
Hey.
And so I went to AFDA, and when I got to AFDA, I realized, okay, I'm at the right place, at the right time, and everything makes sense. Kodwa into eyenza isense kakhulu was the spirituality that was around me. Art in itself is spiritual, we know this.
Absolutely.
Godwa, when I was in that space, also the people that were surrounding me at that time, even to tap into the spiritual gift that I have. Godwa nje yonke into umsuka wayo waqale after eJohannesburg when I decided to follow the calling of being a thespian.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And it's as if you were just listening to the thing that I was talking about. We were just talking about Luthuli Dlamini, the legendary actor right here in South Africa. And I just mentioned that art is so spiritual, guys. Art is such a spiritual thing because we ourselves as practitioners, we tap into a frequency that not too many people are able to tap into, a vibration that is not so common. But what we also do, we also give permission to those who are experiencing our different crafts in the artistic space to also allow them to open up and tap into their own frequency and their own spiritual alignment. Because I really believe that we all have it as individuals, you know. But talk to me, when we talk about womb healer, right? A womb healing, or rather a womb healer, what is that? How do we explain what it is and its significance in the feminine well-being of an individual?
I guess njengoba lizisho igama, womb healing is the healing of the womb. Ukulapha nje indawo sensitive for thina abantu besifazane. We know the womb to be the place of creation. Unfortunately, women are not conscious or haven't really tapped into that consciousness. You understand ukuthi isibeletho si sacred. For the longest time, we have just been using it for creation and forgetting that life now on its own and it needs attention. The same way we practice self-care, senza ubuso, senza makeup, is the same way we're supposed to be giving our womb space, time and self-care. So when you take care of your womb, that is self-care on its own. You're not just healing yourself, but you're also practicing or self-care.
I see. Yeah. Very, very interesting stuff, man. We learn, man. I love how you identify that as we take care of our faces, or women who, you know, do face beads and hair and nails and makeup and look good on the outside. We also have to remember that isibeletho is also a very vital thing in terms of the creation of life, and we should be cognizant and wary and aware, right, that it plays such a huge role because life begins at inception. I love that. Yes. I love that. So how do African healing practices also inform perhaps maybe your approach in terms of the skill or the gift of womb healing and feminine embodiment, you know? Because I think maybe it could be interpreted in a different way, because we know how we see things as the African diaspora is slightly a bit different to how they interpret and perceive it in Europe, in the Americas and things of that nature. I'll make a silly example. They might say goblins, you know, we could say otigoloshi izintonyana ezinjalo, but more or less it's the same thing. So how do you How do African healing practices inform your approach when it comes to womb healing and feminine embodiment?
In the way I started, was understanding that everything that we're seeing now, womb healing, introduced in a Western concept, is something yayenziwa vele endulo. Izalukwazi zethu understood this, they practiced this every single day of impilo zabo nakuzo zonke igaba, all stages of their lives. From women going into menstruation, they would pay attention to that, they would do rituals for the womb. When a woman is getting married, when a woman is having their first child, etc., etc., we understood this. This was how we lived as women. So what I did was understand that first, understanding that into esuke endulo. And so I then went back to okhokho bami, the ones that are walking with me within this journey, and I began asking the questions. It's okay, what did we drink to help the womb? Things like, for instance, there's these drinks that I sell that even help with wetness down there. I'm sorry if it's TMI, but wetness down there, where in the Western context, but introduce a lube. It is different because look yakphuza, but ogogo bethu could deal with such things. So it's all about me going back and finding out from the ones that come before us, what did we use? How should we go about it?
Man, that was pretty interesting. And at this moment, I really wish that you were actually here in the studio so we could also see the amazing products that you have. From the excitement on your face, I can tell that you've probably done some very amazing work and have transformed a lot of women's lives. So I wanted to know, can you please share a story with us of someone who experienced the transformation through the work that you do?
There's actually been Inkosazane that I've been working with in this journey. I started working with her like 2 months back, and then ngamdaisela the drink again. The drink, she wanted it because she wanted to conceive, but she hadn't been on her periods for 5 years. And when she drank the medication, after like a week or two, she texted me, I went into my period, and I hadn't been on my period for 5 years. And that for me wasn't only in Togozisayo, but it was confirmation that even the herbs are working, because I doubt myself sometimes. So when someone comes to testify about something this big, or 5 years when you haven't been menstruating, but the minute you drank this herb, you got your cycle back. So that is one of the incidents that have happened.
I see. Man, that's great. I'm sure you were excited, man. That's amazing. I can imagine. I can only imagine. And I also concur. No, Afriberry right here next to me, Magati. I wish we could have you in studio with us. I think just the energy would be totally different, and the vibration would be on another level, man. But we still appreciate you being online with us. But talk to me. When we talk about misconceptions, because there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to these conversations, particularly, especially of African healing, of womb healing, of African traditional practices, of storytelling as well. Like we say that a lot of people are not aware that art is a very spiritual journey, especially as a practitioner yourself. So what are some of the misconceptions that you have come across in terms of African traditional practices, womb healing, and also maybe some also in the storytelling space that you have come across, and how have you dealt with them and navigated, dealing with those misconceptions?
Thank you. I love that question. I think one of the biggest misconceptions within the healing space, or in African spirituality, or in theater, wherever it may be, is the idea that we can, or we should access things outside of us. So, for instance, God is outside of us in spirituality. I feel like those are very big misconceptions that limit you from really going in within and tapping into your power. So even with the work that I do, I'm always encouraging women to understand that, Mina, I'm just giving you the herbs, but the power is within you. You are the one that is healing yourself. When you take the medication and when you're speaking and setting intentions, that is your power. So in everything, I feel like abantu kumele sikhumbule ukuthi singonkulunkulu in human form. And the biggest misconception is the idea of things being outside of us. If I want this, I should get it from lapha noma lapha. Yonke into oyidingayo na yonke into oyifunayo ingaphakathi kuwe.
I love that. I love how you say we always want to be outward, or we, approach this journey in an outward perspective, but what we should actually be considering doing is going inwards and internally. I love that. But what it brings me to is that, what do you think is the role what does the role of storytelling play in terms of restoring our African identity in today's world? Because we know that we are so bombarded by a lot of westernized type of storytelling and stories as well, and approaches in terms of all these things that maybe perhaps as Africans we have lost touch with, where I have a personal thing where a grandmother of mine that I lost 3 years ago in August was Koko laba beba. When a lady is with child and maybe the baby moves and stuff like that, in and around our communities, Baba Sidilang, and they would align the baby in a nice way and massage your belly and things of that nature, where we don't find a lot of those ladies in our communities. When a baby is still brand new and there's that old lady ukoko in the community who will make sure that the baby's brain and head, as those kinds of things. So what do you think the role of the midwives, what is the role you think maybe storytelling plays in terms of restoring that African identity that perhaps maybe we have lost touch with?
It plays a very big role. I think njengoba nami within the arts, I always feel when I'm on stage with the fact that I am doing this production speaking about the things that are happening outside of us, or the things that have happened that we have forgotten. I always feel connected to the grounds and the ancestors. So I know because of the system, TV, everything is controlled by the system. Therefore, I think it's important that we create our own production companies and our own things so that we can be able to do the work. Because if we're doing things under the system, we're going to be limited. So it's very important for us to create those spaces for ourselves. I don't know, even if it's villages, if it can be villages where we can go back to even the old ways of storytelling, oral storytelling and oral traditions where we speak about things in that specific village. After that, maybe we watch whatever it is that we need to watch. But I believe we have to sankofa and go back and create our own production companies and our own things, so that sizokwazi ukuyimela and tell the stories as authentically as they have to be and can be.
Yeah. Very interesting stuff, man. Yeah,
that pretty is interesting. Another thing that I also like to know is that what inspired the funding of Makhosazana, and how does it serve as a bridge between ancestral wisdom and contemporary community needs?
Okay. Umakhosazana is actually my spiritual name.
Oh, wow.
I was chilling and then got downloaded. I kept hearing this name and I started questioning myself into Uba Umakhosazana. But it instantly made sense because I have a sister who also has a spiritual gift, and her name is Unkosazana.
Oh, wow.
So it immediately clicked. Okay, so she's Unkosazana, I am Umakhosazana. Now I have to unpack what Umakhosazana is. And I kind of understood it as a collective, because isiZulu, if Inkosazana, we Inkosazana, that means one. And then Umakhosazana is a collective.
Yes.
And then that helped me understand, okay, maybe my spiritual calling is to assist women in multitudes. Amakhosazana ebe maningi ezakimi.
Wow.
So and then it slowly started unfolding on its own, because I had started Nami trying to figure ways out to heal myself and my womb I mean. So I had already started steaming. Ngabona with no man. If ngikwazi ukuzenzela some products like this, I might as well do it for other women, amakhosazana. And then I just started giving back to the women through the work that I have done on myself.
Oh wow!
Oh, was why imbogodo ma. No man, that's beautiful. So how do you see your work contributing to youth development, and why is it important to root young people in cultural practices?
So we don't forget, Sisi. So we don't forget. I think youth, even ngakayibambi njengamanje that market, but I really want to catch them, because the womb is a very sensitive thing, and I don't think we speak about the womb often, or even sex and other conversations about indawo yethu yangasese. And I want to be that person, even for the youth, where intombazane, if isinama ideas or wants to explore anything, if feel comfortable to come to me, or even isiqalile ukwenza things, and this is I don't feel clean, it was ukuthola izinto engayithola from mina. So I think youth is definitely abantu engifisayo ukubatargeta nokubathola kakhulu because of that. And there is a saying kwiZulu ukuthi ligotshwa lisemanzi. So if I can get laba basebancane kuzoba kuhle kakhulu. We'll have age yabantu besifazane abalayithile abazaziyo ukuthi bangoba.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, Makosazana. I love it, man. How you explain it is just so, it's giving. I see you. I'm there with you, man. One comment came through from Usisneli, so on our comment section. She says, "Hi, Sphosihle. My husband believes that I carry him through my womb. He says my womb is his safe place, all right? We connected on evening, and then I dreamt of being pregnant. We were so happy in that dream. When I told him in the morning about the dream, he said he was praying during our connection. What do I use to keep my womb grounded?"
That's such a beautiful experience.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I love it. Kunjalo vele, you are his safe space. Uma wakhe, kahle kahle. The minute engena kwisibelethwa sakho so uma wakhe.
Oh, wow.
How you can stay connected is through speaking to your womb. Affirming her, telling her you love her, telling her how powerful she is, and believing that. And also steaming. I do highly recommend steaming as a form of connecting with this beletho sakho, so that you can begin having conversations. So the biggest thing is to speak to the womb and tell it whatever it is that you need to tell isbeletho sakho.
I love that. One last one before we close it off, because we are 5 minutes away from the hour 10 o'clock, and we are going to have to cut it off exactly at 10. But talk to me, if you could shift one perception about, African healing and the creative expression in our society, what would it be? Because I really believe this, that a lot of people are misguided and are misinformed when it comes to the artistic space, and of course the spiritual space and African healing and African spirituality. So if when as Makosazana, as Sphosihle, you could shift one perspective or perception about all of those things, what would it be?
It's to definitely lose the fear. We need to lose fear. If fear was injected, we were never fearful of anything. Njengabantu. Sesiyasaba manje into eningi, i-art yomuntu uyayisaba uthi udwebe into ekanje usukusaba ukuthi yini la idwebile. Even with spirituality, abantu, I know so many people want to try out the product. So many people want to explore spirituality, but they're scared because of this big giant God, ozothi wena ulandelo khokho bakho unamadimoni and whatnot. So we have to lose fear in everything that we're doing. Check ukuthi ikhona ni fear lingering somewhere, and if ikhona, lose it, because here is ukubambezela empilweni.
Amen. I love that.
Yeah.
From your words to the entire world. from your lips to the entire world, man. I love it. And, we have vowed as the Vooka Breakfast Show that very soon, in the first 3 months, the first quarter of the year, we are trying to get to Durban, because we do have a sister station in Durban called the Underground Radio, right? And we want to visit them and come to spend some time in KZN. So hopefully, God willing, we've manifested, we've put it out into the universe, it will happen. And you are absolutely one of those people that needs to come through and spend time with us physically. Even if you maybe perhaps come this side, Egoli in Joburg, would love to have you in the space, man. I think the conversation would be absolutely elevated. But someone who's watching and listening is finding all the things that you're talking about very interesting, very, very knowledge-giving and informative. How do I get in touch with you? Where do I connect with you? Across platforms, emails, social media, phone numbers, WhatsApp, things of that nature. Talk to me.
All right. All social media platforms are Sipho Sethu Mzulwini. My email address is umzulwinisethu@gmail.com. And my cell phone number is 073-263-9799.
One more time for the number, please.
073-263-9799.
Ah, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nkosazana. Sibonge kakhulu. We're so appreciative. If it were up to us, we'd continue talking the entire day, but when you're having fun, time does fly, unfortunately.
Definitely
does. And man, we hope to be with you in the same space physically together sometime very soon. But with that being said, please do enjoy the rest of your day, and we appreciate you, Nkosazana. Thank you a million times. Hey. Nice stuff, man. This is what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, where radio meets TV, only and exclusively. Afriberry, last words from you.
Oh, Lord. Learn to fall in love with yourself with each and every single step that you come with in life. Don't ever forget that you are human and you're already forever evolving. So love yourself with everything that you have, because nobody can love you more than anyone else.
Yes, sir.
So for me, Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, the darker the berry, the sweeter than dun dun. Imnandi mam nyama, mam tlopilek tekatekin pot maraloko famba na me. Wetai komaka.
Yeah, man, I love it.
I
love it. Tomorrow, same time, same place, where we do it once again every weekday morning between the hours of 7 and 10. Right here, where we give you a daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day, where radio meets TV only and exclusively on the Vooka Breakfast Show. I've been so happy and excited to have been both in your presence and in your company. Let you and I and the rest of the team see each other bright and early on a Friday morning, where we continue giving you a great energy exchange. Stay safe, stay cautious on those roads, and of course, if it's cold, stay warm. If it's warm, stay cool. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Costa.